What is going on, Herd? Welcome to another Cover Lover Show where we talk about this week's covers. That's right, for October the 19th, as well as talk about some store exclusives. And with us today, we have artist and creator extraordinaire, Trish Forstner. How are you doing? And thank you for joining the show. We really appreciate you.
Oh, I'm doing well, and I'm glad to be here. Been watching the show for a few weeks now, and I like to listen to you guys while I'm drawing. So then I look over and I'm like, what the hell cover are they talking about?
No, this is great for you to
it's one of mine.
It's one of mine. I hope you don't roast me. Fine, though.
No, we love your work. And again, we're super excited to have you and like your different perspective, because you are an artist, comic book creator. And so to have your opinion, I think would carry a lot more weight on some of these covers that we're about to show, right?
I hope I'm not totally wrong.
Well, no one's ever wrong, technically, because it's all opinions.
That's right.
And we don't tell anybody what they should and shouldn't do. We're just, let people know what we think about it. And if you agree, you agree. If you disagree, well
I think that's also great, because like I come at it from a perspective of an artist, right? So I look at it, I'm like, oh, objectively, that's okay. But you guys, you're collectors. You see these things in and out every week. I don't always know what covers are like out and hot or which artists are on fire right now. And so listening to you guys is really actually insightful, because when I go to my shop and I go, you know what? They were right. I take a lot for you guys. So it's give and take here.
I think it's gotten to the point too for some of us where, I imagine all four of us anyway have been collecting comics for a really long time. And so at this point, I'm limited with space. I don't want to spend all my money on comics. Obviously, I have 2 kids. So I'm really selective about what I buy. And so a cover needs to do something that I don't already have in my collection, or that I love so much I need to have multiples of, and there's some artists that can do no wrong for me, or pretty close to no wrong for me. And whereas there are others that are like on the fence. Sometimes I love their work, sometimes I don't. And I'm a little critical of those people just because like we've said many times on the show, we hold those artists to high standards because we know what they're capable of. Yeah. So, it's a weird perspective to have as a collector as opposed to yours as an artist, and what the process is for how that thing got made into the cover, all the different steps that got it there, some things that maybe the artist was up against that we don't realize, and it'll be a great perspective to hear some of that stuff. So.
Yep. All right. But before we get started, let us quickly give quick shout outs to our Team Nerd Herd moderators, Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, Deanna May, and Glenn. Thank you guys for making the community what it is, and for the chat what it is. Appreciate you guys so much. And then also quick shout out to our DJ, Eddie Beats by Monster. Thank you for these tantalizing beats, as Steve would say. And then really quickly, we didn't do a quick roundtable. So Mike, how are you doing? I mean, you took a week off.
I did. I had a week off. Fall break. It was actually, I'm more tired after my break than I would have been had I worked. It's just the way it goes. I had my parents in town and the babies were crazy and took them to the zoo and all those kinds of things. But we had a great week, great weather. Things are cooling down a little bit. We're actually getting autumn for once in Tennessee, which we hardly ever get. It usually goes like from summer straight to winter. and we get nothing in between, but we're getting nice leaves and nice temperatures and stuff. So it's been a great week. It really has. But today has been getting back into the swing of things. Today has been a challenge. So I really needed to close that door, sit my ass on this chair, and talk some comic covers with you guys.
I love it.
Obviously, a little extra excitement for having Trish with us. So all those things together, I'm really happy to be here.
For sure. What about you, Jeff? How are things going?
I am excited. It is Cover Lovers, so literally my favorite show that we do. No offense to the other shows. Big Rob. But I really love the show. Talking with Mike every Monday, and the fact that we have an artist, a creative on this panel today. That's a first for us, and I can't wait to hear her opinion. I can't wait to hear her takes on the art, and it's just a different perspective from what you see normally on a Monday. So I'm super excited about this, and as you can tell, I'm a Trish Forstner fan.
Oh man!
I got a couple of them up there. So yeah, I even got one signed by
Get the
Tony.
dogs out.
Yeah.
Plus, Trish is always lurking in the comments anyway, so she's always kind of on the show anyway.
I'm
That's
always
true.
lurking and
It's way better to
talking stuff when I shouldn't be.
What about you, Big Rob? How are things?
Oh, that's
I'm doing good.
It's real plush.
West Coast Big Rob on IG, and doing good. Bad weekend for me in sports though. All my teams lost
My
horribly.
team lost too. I think that somebody forgot to tell them that there are 4 quarters in football, and they, kind of tend to give them away at the end there.
Oh.
Yeah. My Dodgers, my Trojans, and my Cowboys all lost so horribly too. So yeah, I'm a little worried. Sucks about that, but oh well. Happy to be here Monday. A lot of great covers on this particular episode, except for the first one. I don't like the first one, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, let's do this.
All right, Trish, can we see that plush?
You sure can. Whoop.
Yes.
It's Sophie.
Yay.
This is the prototype of a Sophie plush that is in the works.
Love
I hope
it.
to have pre-order details soon. But
great.
I designed her. I
Yes.
designed all of
Awesome.
her.
Wow.
Are you gonna make more little stray dogs?
Yeah, the goal is to do more. If she does well, then do her little friends. Get Victor and get Earl and all of them.
I need to
It's a
have her
big
next
one,
to your
yeah.
sketch that all you guys did on my blank.
Oh yeah.
I have this,
Boba.
I have this
A
super
baby.
blank that Trish did, and Tony all did
Yeah.
sketches, all different faces.
Tone is always out there making me look bad.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, that was a different event, and he had a lot of time. So,
Well,
you guys are
Baltimore's
heroes.
coming. Baltimore's coming up.
You were bombarded at that show. I'm surprised I even got my foot near the table. So,
Ooh. I got
All right.
plans though. I got plans for.
nice.
Ooh, okay. We can't wait to hear about it.
Mhm.
All right.
I can't wait
do
to
a
get started. Let's get
Yeah.
Yeah,
started.
let's do a quick shout out to the chat, and then we'll just get her going.
Go,
Nice.
Chet.
All right, here we
Get
go.
her done.
Chat. Copying a comic. Thank you for stopping by. And you were here first, I believe. And we also have Sticks Boy. Look at that. Thank you very much for coming by. I know we saw Uncle Rudy, and we have Elle. Elle, thank you for coming by, and also Time Traveling Nomad. Look at that. And we also have Sam I Am, Mr. Wookiee Fanatic 19. Rudy's welcoming Trish. We also have, here we go, Copying a Comic. Good to see Trish here. Yes. And Something Wong's also, hi, Trish. We got a lot of Trish fans here with us tonight. Look at, here we go. From Sam, awesome to have Trish, and looking forward to what she thinks. Yes. Definitely
Because
looking
you're sick
forward
of
to
what everyone
she
else
has to
says
say.
on this show. So
That's right. That's right.
We're a bunch of
All
negative
waiting for
Nancy's.
bated breath.
not this week. Not this week. I'm promising myself no negativity.
You're gonna be positive.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you know what? We have nothing but good covers this week.
we have good covers this week. That does help.
So it does, yeah, it definitely helps. So here we go. So let us start with our incentives for this week. So here we go. And again, this is the incentives that are coming out this Wednesday, October the 19th. So here we go. Our first one is Miracle Man #1. We have a 1 in 200 by Peach Momoko. a 1 in 25 by Steve McNiven, and a 1 in 50. Now, I could not find out who the artist is for this particular issue or this particular cover. So if you guys know, please let us know either here on the panel or in the chat. But again, these are the three incentives for Miracle Man #1. If you had to choose one of them, Trish, which one would they be?
Actually, I'd probably pick the white cover. Black covers, you have a hard time keeping them clean. Well, I mean, the white cover too, but for its reasons. But every spine tick, every ding, everything is going to show on these black covers. And, I mean, composition-wise, they're all kind of boring. But, you know, I kind of like the white cover better.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
I like the McNiven. I think just because I like the dynamics of what's going on the cover. I don't really particularly love any of these. I'm not really sure exactly if I can pinpoint the no name one. The 1 in 50 just looks kind of like an unfinished sketch sort of a thing. I don't think that deserves to be on a 1 in 50 cover.
It gives me a retro vibe without I don't know. I'm getting retro vibes
from the 1 in 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe that I think it's reminding me too much of those design variants that I don't like very much. And so that's bothering me a little bit. And I don't think that deserves to be on a, $50-ish book or even 30 or whatever that's going to go for. Definitely not Peach's best work, especially not on a 1 in 200. That's a crazy ratio for this book.
My best pose right here. I look just like him.
You know what?
Whereas the McNiven at least has some dynamics and there's some cool work with the shadows and light. It's not blowing me away, but I think it's the most solid of the three covers. If I had to choose.
If you had to choose, all right. You know what? Just as an FYI, I think a couple of weeks ago we had Miracle Man 0, and Peach Momoko also had a cover. It looks like they were a connecting cover with this one right here.
Oh, okay.
Right? It kind of looked like it.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I hadn't thought about that, but that makes sense.
So Big Rob, what are your thoughts?
Well, to start off, I never liked the character design for Miracle Man at all. I always thought his costume was kind of cheesy and not really intimidating. So just put that up front. So I personally don't like any of the covers. If I had to choose a cover, I was forced to choose a cover, probably the Momoko. I just think the more interesting one of the bunch. Very soft features Miracle Man.
Oh, you're right. That is a connecting.
So, but the incentives immediately is like 25, 50, 200. Like, nah, not in a million years. But if they're $4 each, I think I'll go with the Momoko. That's just the more interesting one. I don't know, is he leaning on planet Earth? What is he doing? I have no clue, but he's thinking about something. So
he's thinking about you, Big Rob.
Yeah, thinking about me. Yeah, that's the wrong thought too.
So. He's thinking about why would anyone spend $200 on me?
Crazy Momoko fans.
What about you, Jeff?
Okay, so the Moko's okay. It does remind me of that other cover that Trish just showed.
It's the connecting with this apparently.
Yeah, it's the Captain Marvel, right?
Miracle Man 0.
Okay. So yeah, I remember seeing that, and so I mean it's okay. It's not my favorite of hers, but it's not bad either. The McNiven almost gets there. I'm just upset about a certain couple of features about it, so I would probably pass on that one. I'm actually in agreement with Trish. I kind of like the hidden gem, the 1 in 50. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a Buckingham cover.
Okay.
Buckingham.
Okay.
Lindsay Buckingham.
I see a B in the signature.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's not bad, and it's a hidden gem. Most of the hidden gems are usually like what 1 in 100. So a 1 in 50, I guess, is okay. But for me, I don't know how big Miracle Man's gonna be, and it's not one of my favorite characters. So I would probably pass on all of them. I'm sure there's a Momoko. Hopefully, there's a Momoko. No, there isn't. Darn it! I just looked at them. There's a Noto that was okay, but Yeah, I like the 1 in 50, but I definitely probably would pass on all of them.
And that 1 in 50 looks like he has Shredder helmet in that. That
It does.
Yep, it does. Like a samurai helmet.
The silver
Yeah.
samurai's in it there.
Yep,
Shredder.
it does.
The Shredder.
Yep. All right, guys. What about this cover too? We have Eve, Children of the Moon, #1. We have a 1 in 25 by Miguel Mercado and a 1 in 50 by Michael Del Mundo. So, Mike, what are your thoughts? Give us, which one would you choose?
I like both of these artists, generally speaking. I don't like this Del Mundo, though. I don't know why. It feels a little unfinished to me, but I actually love the Mercado. I think it's a fantastic cover. I like it when, well, I should say, I was going to say I like it when negative space is used well. I don't know if it's used well here, but I do like the overall sort of impact of the cover. I'm assuming that's some sort of like life tree or something like that. I don't really know anything about this title, but the art itself is done really well. I like the way that the tree is done impressionistically. The character's kind of blah to me, but she's blah on both covers, so it doesn't really matter to me which cover she's on. Although I do kind of dig that little patchwork bear in the other cover. I don't know why that character's not on the Mercado, but from an art perspective, I just like the colors and the use of space on the Mercado better than the Del Mundo.
Okay. Trish, what are your thoughts? Which one would you choose?
Well, both pieces are very different. What I like about the Mercado is the backlighting. I think that's really cool. That's a really cool effect that folks use. I mean, it gives you good dynamic lighting anyway. I don't really know this character or anything at all or their story, but I like the action in the Del Mundo one. I mean, I just like that there's a lot going on it. I don't know the character. The background doesn't seem very finished. I mean, you could have gone for that same backlighting effect, but that seems to be missing. If I had to choose one of them, it would be the 1 in 25.
Okay.
This is the second series for this, I think. There was a mini already.
Yeah.
Which, if I remember, had some pretty dope covers on it. I have to go back and look back through them, but I remember there being some beautiful covers from that first series.
I'll go grab one of them
You have one?
after this. Yeah. Actually, I'll go while Big Rob's going.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I did not see the regular covers on this, but honestly, they're okay. They're not bad, but they're not great. I see. Yeah, the lighting looks cool on the 1 in 25. I definitely agree with that, Trish. It's just too bland for me. Now it needs to capture my eye if I'm walking around the shop and I'm looking to purchase. And especially when I drop $25 or $50 on a book, I need something to really capture my eye. And just they both of them don't do it. I do love the character design of the teddy bear. That's a very cool character design, but I'm pretty sure this is what they were aiming for. This is the art they were looking for, but it's just too bland for my taste. There's a lot of white background on both covers. It's just not for me. But I'm pretty sure the execution of the art itself is what they do, and it was good, but it's just not to definitely spend $50 or spend $75 on 2 books. Let's say.
I don't know if it's in the deck. I don't know if we put it in the deck, but Tony has a cover for this with that bear going ape shit. And it's
yeah.
I do not. It was not because it wasn't incentive.
Was it a store exclusive?
It's a metal something from somebody or other. It says Virgin Variant metal with COA. It's let me turn my brightness down.
All right.
Highlight that guy.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot better.
He showed me that one.
That one's dope.
Yeah, a lot better.
I didn't know that was for that book.
Yeah. So Eve is just basically it's a post-apocalyptic future. It really centers around New York. The girl, she's the one of the only survivors of what happened with this giant global warming, giant flood that kind of put everybody underwater. The bear that she's got, the bear itself is like her bodyguard. So that stuffed teddy can morph into this robot.
Yeah, so she was put in cryostasis by her father when she was a little girl, and then and he built the teddy for her, so it would protect her when he's gone, and when she's there's a timer to wake her up, so she can find this, I guess, tree or this certain place, and so she can save the world basically. So yeah.
Yay.
So is this shape that like on the Del Mundo cover? Does it look like the Earth or a
That's like
globe?
Earth looks like.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It totally looks like a globe.
It's a globe.
Okay. I'm just making sure that like I was putting those pieces together right. Now that cover makes a little more sense. I just thought it was like, you know.
So this is the
Nice.
1 in 10. It's just a virgin variant. And then that's number 3. This is number 5 of 1 in 10.
From the first series, this is right.
Yeah, first series. And then here's
Covers.
this was number 1. This is the actual
Love that pair.
yeah, this is the exclusive from the actual publisher.
I remember that now.
Yeah, I got lucky and won that. So I'm so happy too. I love this art. I'm definitely going with the Mikado. I love that. I love this type of art. I just like Trish said, that the light from the back, it really makes it stand out. It just, for me, I just like that kind of art over this Del Mundo. But yeah, I mean, I just think Del Mundo's missing something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the coloring's off or something, but I it's not for me. I really like this. I don't know, what is that? Is it pastel? Is it
Watercolor, I think. No?
Yeah, maybe watercolor. Yeah, that's beautiful. So yeah,
Nice.
it's for me.
All right. Moving on to the next, we have the Duel of Lute. So here we go again with Tula Lute having 2 incentives in the same week. So we have Catwoman, a 1 in 25, and then we have this other one, Kitchella, which is a 1 in 10. So again, 2 different covers by the same artist. And Trish, which one would you choose?
The what is that? Kilchella? That one.
Kitchella.
It's giving me like vintage pinup vibes. The other one doesn't hit me like that. The other one's pose is kind of boring, same lighting. You know, I feel like I've seen a million of the Catwoman, but this other one, it looks interesting, more interesting.
All right. What about you, Mike?
I absolutely love that Kilchella cover. Tula is an amazing woman. If you've never met her, she doesn't come across to the States often. But when I met her and I watched her do her work, her method's really awesome. It's super loose and really fun to watch her work. And I always want to see that come through her covers. And it almost always does. But it hasn't been on these Catwoman covers. It's almost like she's trying to be somebody else on those Catwoman covers. I don't really know what she's aiming for, but her style isn't coming through on them quite like I want them to. However, on that Kilchella, it does all day come through. And it's kind of like the mashup of almost like all of my favorite sort of women artists that do this realistic kind of sexy pinup thing all mashed together. So it's sort of like Jen Bartel colors are in there. There's a little Jenny Frisson sort of smoothness to it, and there's the Tula Lute looseness of it all. And so the only thing I don't like is the trade dress, which is ugly as sin.
Yeah, they could take that off of there, and
Yeah,
it would
that's really nice.
like bump up the piece that much more.
Yeah, it really would. I mean, I know there's a lot of empty space up there, and that there probably needs to be some kind of trade dress, but man, they did not do a great job on that trade dress. But the art itself is gorgeous.
I wish that all like publishing companies would, when they get a piece that's really good like that, would do like a minimal trade dress, like a small one.
Yeah, something small down in the bottom corner or something. Take it away, get it out of the way. Let us enjoy the art. No, don't get me wrong. The Catwoman cover isn't bad, but exactly what Trish said. It seems like I've seen that cover 100 times. Whereas there's something really unique about the Kilchella. I love that sort of like hand across the arm thing, or arm across the face thing. That's really kind of lovely and demure and in a sort of a sexy way. The flowers are they really pop because the color is so different than everything else. I love everything about it. I think it's a gorgeous cover. I really do.
And it's a 1 in 10.
Yeah, so it's gettable possibly. Yeah. I know it's scout, but it'll be tough to find 10 copies of this. But
what about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I saw that Catwoman earlier and I was just like, it's not. It didn't look like a Tula Lotte to me. It's okay. It's just blah. So I like I said, I have a problem with DC picking their incentive covers. And this is not very incentive grabbing for me. And it kind of sucks that for her that Sosa Maika has done a lot of recent Catwoman covers.
Yeah.
So
and the decal, have you seen the decal, the A cover for this? It smokes this one.
Oh, see, I don't even remember what it looked like because I was
smokes this one.
The Sosa Maika this week wasn't that as my favorite either. So
it's an older piece from her. She had that Soso had that as a print for a while, and I think it's in her sketchbook, and it's finally getting used on a cover. So it's not a brand new piece.
Got it. Well, I'm glad I'm passing on it. Yeah, I would probably pick the Kilchella. It's a 1 in 10. Yeah, it'd probably be hard to get because it's Scout Comics. I don't know how many comic stores are ordering 10 copies of it. But I mean, probably be a ghost, and a Lotte ghost is always good to have.
True.
And like they said, it's very ethereal, so I kind of like it. It's just the way she looks like she's free and she's enjoying whatever she's doing, like whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it like Coachella but with murder? Like.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's exactly what it is. It's
a little lame. I didn't even put it together until just
sounds
that
kind of
moment.
dumb, but the cover's beautiful.
All right, Big Rob, anything to add?
Yeah, the Coachella trade dress sucks ass. I don't get the antlers. I personally don't like the cover. I think the character would be a lot better if it was centered. I don't like it in the lower third, in the lower half of the book. Personally, I just think it doesn't really. I'm just saying that it needs to be centered. The art of the female. The whole lots of space on top of the orange blob in the background. What the fuck is that? It's like I don't care. I want to see the actual person in the middle. So, and plus the Scout Comics little identifier, I hate that. That takes up way too much space in the cover. It's too much going on for me. So the other one I agree is blah. It's like whatever, it's generic, but it's better than the giant Coachella sign. So I'll take the Catwoman.
Okay. Well, also quick shout out to Sticks Boy. Thank you very much for figuring out what Kilcello is about. So thanks for that.
I'm still just as confused, but at least I know why.
Right, exactly. All right, here we go. Next one, we have Harley Quinn, the animated series, Legion of Bats. We have the #1 by Logan Farber, which is a 1 in 25, and then also a Jess Taylor, which is a 1 in 50. So, Mike, if you had to pick one, which one would it be?
Man, you knew I would hate both of these covers.
Did I?
I know you knew that.
Did I?
And here's the thing: like, I like all of the pieces of the Taylor cover for this particular title. That's the right style for this. But I just want one of them. I don't want 4 of them on there. Just give me one. Do this over the next 4 issues. Give me one each time. I don't know, something like that. But I think it's just noise to me. It just looks like a mess. Both of them look like a mess to me. But if I have to choose, if you're making me choose, I'm going to choose the Jess Taylor because I like the style for this book. I actually think all those pictures should have been blown up just a little bit bigger and a little less of the background viney thing that's going on or whatever the hell that is. Overall, I think the cover layout sucks, but on both of them, to be fair. But I do like the individual pieces, the individual Polaroid pictures. I actually like those.
Nice.
I'll go with that one begrudgingly.
Oh, I like it. Go ahead, you, Trish.
I don't know. I mean, first, I do like them both. I like the lineless kind of style on the 1 in 50. I think that's kind of always been like a cool aesthetic, kind of like a I don't know what you call that, like
Cuphead kind of looking.
yeah, like a painting with a dry brush. That's kind of what this reminds me of. I think it's Poison Ivy's hand down there in the bottom. I can't
Yeah.
tell. Those fingers don't really look very fingery, but you know, whatever.
They do not.
Those fingers don't look very fingery. Awesome.
They don't like, they're not dainty or anything. They look kind of like witch fingers.
I love that soundbite. Can we pull that soundbite, Alonzo?
Yeah. I think that is Poison Ivy. It has to be.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
good.
it's totally Poison Ivy with the vines and crap going on. I like the individual pieces, like you said, but I wish that they took up more space. And I do love that they do the minimal trade dress on these, but if I had to pick one, it would be the one with the video games, because who doesn't love all that? I don't like the style of the characters on it, though.
Yeah, me either.
I can see that. I can see that.
Kind of because it's kind of like that. I don't know. Harley's supposed to be fun. Why is she making that face? That's so weird.
Oh man, maybe she's just having a hard time pulling off those combos, I think.
Yeah, she really is. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But, I guess if she was making a different face and perhaps the style was a little different, because I'm not really fond of this style for animation. If you're going for an animated series vibe, this isn't the vibe that I want. But I like all the cool little hidden things in the background of that piece.
Yeah, Pac-Man, Street Nighter.
Mm-hmm.
Buckshot
Yeah.
with the pigment. I love
Buckshot,
it.
yeah.
With a penguin on top. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what about
See
you,
a
Big Rob?
coin flipping that looks like Two-Face something
Yep.
going on over there.
I personally love the Logan Ferber, the 1 in 25. I'm a big sucker for Street Fighter, and Street Fighter is prominent in this cover. It's a Street Nighter too, but it's to me, I'm a big arcade guy. It's very nostalgic vibe to it. I do love the character designs of all the characters. The Penguin's the actual penguin. Poison Ivy is just more green. I guess that's why she has green fingers, right? She's very more plant material. And the Catwoman in the background sipping her soda with the cat in the backpack. That's pretty dope. But I love the video games. Yeah, the Pac-Man. The Buckshot's supposed to be the duck. Was that that duck one?
Duck Hunt.
Nintendo. Duck Hunt. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, check it.
I look.
that's Duck
With
Hunt.
Mike's at.
Yeah, the Star Wars arcade. Yeah, I'm jealous.
Cool.
I'm super jealous.
Yeah. So I love the whole arcade motif. That's home. If I still buy DC books, I would totally be all over this. The other one is great too. It's not as good to me as the other one, and it's a 1 in 50. But I appreciate the art on the other one. It's really cute. I always see a lot. I would think both of these covers will be ratio, if possibly a little more. We'll see.
Okay. And Jeff?
Yeah, I'm not mad at either of them. So this is what the Monster High dolls look like in animation.
Yeah, pretty much. Monster High.
Yeah, that's kind of what this kind of feels like. So I actually do like the Jess Taylor just for the. I'm kind of torn because I like the Jess Taylor for the comedy, and the art is great too. But I do like the arcade style. Kind of gives me maybe almost a Scott Pilgrim kind of vibe as well. So I probably would begrudgingly just pick the arcade one just because it would probably be cheaper. The Taylor one is pretty good too because I'm just loving the I get all the little things that she's saying that she wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's what they call Nightwing. They call him Tush because he's got a really nice rear end. Obviously, she's taking a picture of it down there. Thing of booty. So like I love the humor there. So it's really cool. That always gets me. And it's with good art. So, but I am taking the 1 in 25. I'm going with Big Rob this time.
There's a copy for half ratio right now on the bay.
There you go.
On the
For
Ferber.
25 bucks. For the Taylor. I'm looking up the Ferber now.
And it does make sense that the character designs are this way more cartoonish because that's the animated series. So
yeah,
so it totally makes sense to me.
Yeah,
This
the
is-
Farber is 18. There's a couple of copies for 18.
If you've been watching the series, you know this is a continuation of the last season.
Yes.
I just think that Farber one, like Harley's hair has too much movement in it.
Yeah, she's not moving like that.
I feel like this is
How's she doing?
this is gaming raging.
She's
Yeah.
she's,
Like
she's
this, like-
smashing
But like,
buttons.
there's no like movement. Like, you know, you can create a line
Oh
or
yeah,
two
you can
to
make the
show
little
movement
lines,
in the
the shaking.
thing.
Yeah.
The shaking. Yeah. the gamer rage or whatever. But like, you know, her hair is just like in the wind, but there is no wind in there.
You see, Mr.
She's in a
Freeze?
music video. There's a fan behind her.
Maybe that light up there doubles as a fan.
Yeah, maybe. She's got no controller to throw at the TV, so
Yeah.
I just noted Mr. Freeze sauce on the bottom right corner.
Yeah, see,
Where?
I think down here, down in the
yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
That's funny actually.
A lot of
Yeah,
hidden
see, I would
gems.
get this one for like all of the like little hidden things that you could pick out. Like
Yeah,
that's
there's a
a
ton
cool
Easter
thing.
eggs.
Killer Croc.
Catwoman has the cosplay cat ears.
Yeah.
And like,
Because-
is that like an actual cat in the backpack, or is it?
No,
I was gonna say,
It's a
oh,
black
it's the
cat in there.
backpack with the little dome
The
on
little
it.
bubble.
Yep.
yeah, that's a cat in there.
I like that. I think that's fun.
All right.
Oh, I'm just knocking everything over.
All right, and then we're going on to the next one. Here we have Wind, the Throne in the Sky #3. This is a 1 in 25 by Ricardo Lopez Ortiz. All right, Mike. What are your thoughts?
I like a lot of the things that are going on here. I'm not sure if I love that lens flare thing. I'm trying to decide whether that takes away from or adds to the piece. But what I'm really focused on is the face area. It kind of gives me a Sienkiewicz vibe there,
Still
like
can panic and yell.
kind of a mixed media sort of a feeling to me. Like that's the Bill does this a lot, where he uses almost what looks like whiteout essentially on a cover to artistic effect, and that's kind of what it looks like the face is going on here. I also love the character design for Wind. I think there's some really cool stuff going on in that series. I read the first like 4 or 5 issues of the original one.
They do that shit to you all day less, so.
And I liked it, but I also
We can
felt
hear you, Big Rob.
I also felt it was a little kiddish for me. But this has a cool
Test.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What? Really?
We can hear
Yes.
everything,
Yes.
Big Rob.
We heard everything you said to
All
Leslie.
your claps and everything. We can
we,
hear all.
we heard Leslie
Really?
too.
Yes.
Guys, should have said something at the beginning. God damn.
It was funny at first. It wasn't that much.
I like the depth of the cover. I like the separation of color. I like what looks like mixed media usage here. I think overall that lens flare takes away from the cover. It doesn't add to it. I'm not really sure where it's even coming from. Is that sunlight that we're supposed
What's
to
it
be getting?
even for? Get
And
out of here!
Right. Why is it there? It's sort of just distracting me from what is otherwise a pretty cool piece of art. And I'm kind of disappointed that that's there. So overall, I like it, but I wish that sun flare or whatever we're calling that wasn't there.
Okay. And Trish, do you agree with with Mike's assessment?
Largely, I agree. I don't like that lens flare. I feel like with the contrasting colors, it's not like a daylight scene. What the heck is going on? But
Right.
I do like the abstractness of it, you know. Like anybody can determine or, you know, for themselves what this cover means, but I do like the minimal details on the character. That white used expertly kind of creates a very haunting vision.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I agree with what Mike said. Take all
Nice. All right. What about you, Big Rob?
I'm just joking.
just take that. I almost always agree with you, but you know,
I don't know what to think about this. I love the sky in the background. I love the way it came out. The character all being blurred. I I don't know. It doesn't fancy me. I just not into it. The slobber in his face. It's just the kind of turns me off. I get the concept. I understand what he was going for. It's just not for me. But I love this guy. The coloring in the background, that's great. And I don't know the character. I stopped reading Wing a long, long time ago. So I'm not sure what's going on here. But 1 in 25. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to buy it. It's a virgin cover. People are going to appreciate it somewhere. So, art is subjective. So I guess he knocked out what he wanted. But not for me, definitely. But it's cool.
All right. Anything to add, Jeff?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I didn't like the drooling and kind of looks like flies escaping from his mouth. So was he got bad breath? And it looked like his heart is farting. So I'm good. I'm out.
But that's that red like solar flare going on there in the middle there. That doesn't have.
There's
J.J.
multiple flares on this cover, right?
Like why though?
I don't understand it.
Power, unless that's a power that the character has. So do we know that it is or isn't?
I shouldn't have to do research to figure out what's going on this cover.
You're right.
Amen.
Fair enough.
Right.
Well said. Well said.
And
said.
I don't understand the heart fart. So
Heart fart.
The art fart. It's almost as good as the fingers don't look fingery.
Well,
and the eagle doesn't look eagle-y.
that's very technical. It's a very technical, artistic phrase.
Yeah, love it. The no.
Yeah, he has.
Moments it's like
Out of
focus
focus powers.
He just rages out, and then like when he's raging, he's just blurry.
That's right.
He's pissed.
My power is lens flares.
The JJ Abrams effect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, exactly. Greatest power of JJ.
That's awesome.
All
We're
right.
just missing the Starship Enterprise back there.
That's right. All right. What about this one here for Vampirilla Strikes #6 by Ben Caldwell, which is a 1 in 25.
First of all, I love Ben Caldwell's work. I love his other work. I love all of his other work. Every time I see him draw Vampirella, though, I'm just like, yes, draw more, draw all the time. This is fun, but really, like, I don't know how I feel about Vampirella hanging around a bunch of kids. Hanging around with some kids.
I was just thinking that too.
Yeah, like, I mean, overall, though, if you're not following Ben Caldwell's work, he's got some very good stuff. Follow his Facebook or like Instagram or whatever. It's very good.
Yep.
And he sells his daily sketches too, which is hell awesome.
Yeah,
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so make sure to follow him on Twitter. On Twitter, like he'll put up.
Twitter too.
sketches.
Isn't it like Dare Detectives or whatever? That's when I first saw him. Like ages ago. He put out a book like a how to draw or tips to draw series, and I freaking bought every one of them. Yes. But yeah. So yeah, I like this cover. However, I have some questions about why she's hanging out with some kids.
I would agree with that.
I think a lot of parents would too.
It's a very cute piece.
Oh yeah. Mike?
I'm debating on whether I absolutely hate it or I absolutely love it. But I
Oh,
can't
you
really-
do love it.
and I think it's because of what Trish said. I really like his style. I just don't think I like it on this book or with this theme because the kids with her seems off to me in a way that I don't love. I also, when I think of a Vampirella cover, of course, I think sexy generally. I don't normally think cute. So I'm trying to pull that away as best I can. I'm trying to add cute in instead.
She's like the cutest vampire right now.
And it
I'm
works.
into it.
And it works, especially as like a trick or treater. It's kind of funny, right? I mean, I get that, and I like that part of it. I kind of wish it were just her on the cover holding the little jack-o'-lantern candy bucket.
Yeah, the kids make it weird. I'm sorry.
Really weird.
Kids do make it super weird. Yeah, I don't really know why they're there, but so I like a lot of elements of. Exactly. So I like a lot of elements of the art. I just don't like it on this particular cover, this title, this character. I don't think it works right.
Ooh. Well, so K-pop here has a suggestion. Would it have been better if she was in costume and not her actual like outfit?
Maybe like a cosplay of Vampirilla, maybe,
Like if she were cosplaying herself?
Or cosplaying somebody else,
or
Oh.
somebody else,
right?
like Dracula or something.
Yeah. Or
Could
with
you
the
imagine her in
the
like
red
a?
Sonya bikini over the top of hers?
Could you imagine like her in like a Spirit Halloween knockoff version of her own costume?
Oh my god, that would be great.
That would be great.
Ugh.
That would be great. That would be funny. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's wearing a thong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Pretty
makes it
sure.
even weirder.
That's
that
what
the
I'm
kids are like
saying.
slightly behind her because then they can see her butt. All right.
Yeah, small children. The kids make it weird. I'm sorry, kids.
Yeah, they really do.
The kids are cute on their own. Maybe if there was like a smaller kid cosplaying like a kid-safe version of Vampirella.
I mean, I get what he was going for like trying to, oh, this is very Halloweeny, very. But I mean, her pumpkin is good enough, filled with candy. We would get the picture.
Or the kids up at the door. The girl dressed as Vampirilla, the boy dressed as Dracula, and and her as sort of the mom in the back with the little cart.
That'd be funny.
with like a beer in her hand or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
You know what
That would be hysterical. But I
this
don't know.
art kind of reminds me of. Does everybody remember those kid magazines that you would get in like the dentist office where you like
Highlights.
find the pictures? What was it?
Highlights.
Yes, this kind of
Highlights.
reminds me of like that highlights type of art.
I can
And
see
I
that.
I was always attracted to that type of art, so I really like this. I will give it I would feel really weird if I did buy it though, especially in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of eyebrows. Everybody will be going, what?
But yeah,
Okay.
it does look like that highlights kind of art.
Okay.
Yeah, like I like her. I like the kids, but not together. This isn't a Reese's situation. Got to take them kids out of there, or her. She's got to go, or the kids.
But I like his style, though. I like his style a
Yeah.
lot.
He draws a kick-ass Wonder Woman, like kick-ass Wonder Woman.
Of course, now you're gonna make me look that up. Damn you,
I'm gonna make you look it up.
Trish!
You're not
Stop
gonna
making
just
me
make
spend
him look
money.
He's gonna buy it too. Watch.
I know.
I will. I bet you. I will.
I do love a good Wonder Woman, and I've been following him a long time. His vampies, he draws a lot of vampy, but he does draw a kick-ass Wonder Woman.
I like this version of Vampirilla. I really do.
I wish it was just her though. Like I wish
Yes.
it was just her. And or the kids could be older. Like I feel like they shouldn't be hanging out together on the same
Yes.
cover.
All right, Big Rob. Anything else to add?
I think you're all crazy. I think it's a great cover.
I said it was. We all said it's a good cover. It's creepy.
We all just think it's weird. It's just
You're
a
all-
little weird.
You're all conservative Americans, and Europe is weird.
I've never been called conservative in my whole life, but okay.
On
Wow.
the
They wouldn't
scale of
be-
all the things that I am, that's the last one.
They will now bat an eye in France at this.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Oh,
All of Europe.
I forgot
All right.
Caldwell did all those awesome Red Sonja covers too. Wow, I'm thinking about that now. Sorry.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Here
You're
we go.
welcome. Your wallet's not happy, but
Yeah.
No, it's not.
you're welcome.
I put 3. I already put 3 in my cart. It's only been 35 seconds.
Oh my god.
I need this one.
All right. A G.I. Joe number 299. It's a retailer incentive cover 1 in 10 by John Royal. Trish, lay it on it.
I love G.I. Joe. I just don't love this composition. Like, I don't know how many times you have to see this same kind of composition with G.I. Joe covers, almost. I feel like I see it a lot. Like, where you see, like, a bunch of headshots, and it looks like a movie poster, and, that's fine. I like how all the characters are rendered, but, like, they don't look right together? I don't know.
Okay.
Yo, Joe.
What about you, Mike? Floating heads. Come on.
So I have this one sitting in my box waiting for me. And I like the Cobra Commander part of it a lot.
Mhm.
His prior covers, his prior 1 in 10s have all been really good, and I've tried to get them because they're very much action scenes, right? They're the character in the action every time. And Trish is right. I'm not a huge fan of, you know, me with the floating head thing. Like it just
A
drives
bunch
me
of
nuts.
Nyok heads.
Yeah, the Todd Knock floating head thing. And now we've got it 30 times on this cover. That's like a little overkill. Luckily, the Cobra Commander kind of takes over the cover, and so I don't really notice the background stuff as much. I would have loved this cover a lot more with all of that background crap missing and just Cobra Commander in a scene of some kind.
Yeah, I mean, like
really,
he's basically in a scene. They just didn't finish the background.
yeah, you know, I dig his style. I like the sort of combination of the things that he is. He's sort of like, I don't know, Campbell meets Finch kind of a thing going on, which is cool, and I dig it. And I'm happy to get this on Wednesday for $10 or whatever I have to pay for it. But it's certainly not as good as the Duke one and the Baroness, the White Baroness one, which is amazing. This one's definitely subpar in comparison to those. But again, we've talked about this a million times. I'm sure I'm about to steal Rob's words out of his mouth, but you know, a 1 in 10 IDW book is going to be a ghost. If you're a Joe fan and you want it, buy it on day one, or you're never going to see it again.
All right, Big Rob.
You're muted, Big Rob.
Oh, he's like,
Oh, now he's muted.
Now he's muted.
God damn it! All right.
Because he manually muted himself, so he's not used to doing that.
Usually this works.
It did work.
It
for a
did work.
second. Yeah, just now.
Test.
No,
No, we hear you.
What the? All right, whatever. So okay. So yeah, the 1 in 10s are ghost always. Especially this one because everybody's jumping on 300 because everybody's trying to spec on 300 and they're going to overprint that. And there is a 300 cover that goes. There's a 1 in 10 300 cover that goes with this. It's literally the same thing, but it's the good guys. It's the I think the prominent character in the front is the
Duke?
Admiral Hawk.
Oh.
The main leader of the Joes. It's not Duke or Flint. It's actually I think his name's Hawk.
General Hawk.
General Hawk, yeah, that's right. So he's the prominent character in that. So that's literally is John Royal as well. But they're going to print a lot more of those because there's 1 in 25, there's 1 in 50s. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think there is a 1 in 50. Yeah.
Wow.
And so that's that because this is the road to 300. 300 is the last issue. So usually when the last issue, people kind of skip the one before. So this is going to be a lot more rare. And as for the art itself, I personally love it because I am a John Royal fanboy. I love all his stuff. I just can't help it. Cobra Commander looks dope. I love the character design of him. I love that the dreadnoughts are prominent on the cover. That's that lady with the red hair and Zartan right under her, and the other dreadnoughts in the background there. So I just think the Cobras are much better character designs, and even though we're just seeing their heads, I'm a big Joe guy, and Joe folks are going to eat this up. They're going to love it, and this will sell well. This probably will go double ratio, if not more, I think. So definitely a winner.
All right. And Jeff, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, the floating head design. I mean, whatever. But I'm a sucker for this. This is nostalgia for me. I love Royal's art. So on these 1 in 10s, at least for the most part. I would agree. Not every single one in these floating head looks great either, but I'm cool with like Destro. I love the twins and Serpentor and Dr. Mindbender. So I mean, I really like all of that on one page. I do agree it's kind of lazied out that it's just floating heads. So they probably just stuck all of it on there from different, artworks that they've done on these. So yeah, I mean, it's a whatever in the sense of like special, but for a 1 in 10 GI Joe second to last issue, I'm definitely gonna try to get one.
I'm going to talk about My Little Pony for a second, but you were right. Those 1 in 10s, which I did all of the 1 in 10s for the last run of My Little Pony.
Mhm.
Yeah, ponies. They are ghosts. I literally only get like 2 of them.
super ghost because I mean, it's usually kids who are purchasing My Little Pony, right? Unless you're a super brony or something like that, right?
Well, yeah.
And other than that, like I can't imagine a small comic book store ordering more than 5 copies of a kid's book. And that's just because unless they have a big kids amount of customers that are kids that actually like this stuff, that parents bring them in. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to find them, and not just that, even if a kid got a hold of one, that's not going to be in any kind of condition you want to keep.
Gonna get rolled up instantly.
It's going to get drawn on.
Yeah.
Pictures going to get cut out. I mean, the art, that's what they love.
With the old run of pony covers, leading up, and they must do this on milestone books, because like when they hit a milestone book, they always do like one of these big like pieces that have like 30 characters in them or something like that. And Tony did one that had like, he could tell you exactly how many. It was something like 35 or 40 characters on it. But he drew like the whole character.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it was a pony cover. I don't remember which one it was, but I really loved it. I think it was number 80. I think it was number 80.
Paid very well for that. That's a lot of work.
So Copy just said something that makes me like this cover even more. He just said that it looks like Royal took a bunch of stickers and fit as many as he could. I did that shit with every sticker pack.
Yeah.
Oh
I got as a kid. I just loaded the shit.
I do that to this day.
Yeah. And then I would draw something like over the top of the empty space, and that's kind of what this cover looks like now to me. I can't unsee that, and it makes me like it even more now. It's weird.
It's just nostalgia.
Nice. All right. What about this one right here? Predator number 3, a 1 in 25 by Marco Mastrazzo.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. You know what? Just for that, Mike, we're going to make you wait. So, Trish, what are your thoughts?
I'm so disappointed.
No, I figured you'd do that too.
Well, I think it looks great. I mean, it looks like a real media piece. I assume, I don't know if this guy uses like paint or if he digitally paints, but it looks like it should be a painting. And yeah, and look at all the neat little details. Look at how the shading is on the net. And I dig it when people get super intricate like that. I'm an idiot. I forget little shit like that. And it, you know. Anyway, I like it. I enjoy it.
Nice. All right.
I buy it.
Yeah, this is to me a masterpiece. It's probably the best Predator cover I've seen all year. I really like it a lot. I love the detail, the line work within all the whole portrait itself, the background, even just everything, every little detail about it, and the skull is just dope. It's just prominent in the front and in the net. Just his face with the hole, the claws, the mandible, or I don't know what you call it, his claws, I guess, come like totally opening up. You can see his whole mouth. He just looks like menacing. He's gonna fucking rip your heart out. So I love it. It's 1 in 25.
Like whenever I see Predator covers, it's usually like him, like the Predator guy, like standing like right in the middle and just not doing anything. He's just like looks intimidating.
Very static. Yeah.
Yeah, very static. So this
That's
is like
squat. It's that Predator squat.
Yeah, he's just like
squat.
I'm just like, wow, everybody kind of like references the same Predator pose when they do their covers, but like this is really unique in that I haven't seen many portrait like, and this is very menacing. I mean, he did it right. Thumbs up.
Usually Predator covers are a lot cleaner too. They're just the way they draw them. They seem a lot more smooth, not a lot this seems a lot more, just a little more grind to it. That's why I like it a lot. Yeah.
Nice and earthy feeling.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff, do you have anything else to add before I hand it over to Mike?
I really dig all the details, honestly. The striations in the in like the ridges and just how he interpreted the skull. I mean, and I'm talking about the Predator's skull, not the other skull. And like I just really like how the fangs are in, like, they're not exactly perfect, so that it makes it more realistic in my mind. So I love it. I actually really, really like this cover. And I probably won't even buy it though. Damn it. I'm sure that my store didn't get 25 copies.
I mean, like, if I were like, I don't collect Predator books, so like, I would feel like a shit buying this just because I like the piece.
Right.
But like, you know, because I don't collect them, I feel like I'd be taking it away from somebody who would actually enjoy having it in their collection. But it's a great piece. I would buy it otherwise.
Okay.
No, I
All right,
totally
Mike.
agree with Trish.
Your time to shine.
So I love Mastrozo's style. He did a bunch of Vampirella covers, and every single article that I put him in, I was always saying I can't wait for him to be on a Marvel book or a DC book and see how he really can shine on a piece. And he did it. And this is a grand slam. This thing's beautiful. The intricacy, the visceral nature of the character. He just gets all that grit. And I love what Jeff said about there not being perfect symmetry with the face, which is really cool. The shadow work is incredible. So much line work going on. I also love little touches like the bag that the skull is in is like the mesh that the Predator wears. Super cool and in line with the whole look of the character and what he would actually have probably hanging around to bag up a skull, which is pretty cool. I love the color choice for the background. I mean, I think this is masterful stuff. This is exactly what I was hoping for from sort of a mainline title for Mastrozo, and I'm really happy that he knocked it out because I think this is huge for his reputation. I really want to see him do more work, more big work. This also feels finally like an incentive cover. Whereas a lot of what we've been talking about as incentives just haven't felt like incentives. I would pay a premium for this cover. And
I wish they had done minimum trade dress.
Yeah,
Smaller.
that's a Marvel problem that we've been talking about a lot lately, especially with Hulk. And what's the other one that we don't like very much? There's another one that we all hate.
There's a lot, but Hulk's the worst.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hulk is the one that you really hate, Rob. I know.
The one that takes up like 2/3 of the.
Yeah,
but this Predator kind of works. It kind of works.
It's not bad because it's the same trade dress that you're used to, right? It's the title that you're used to seeing in all the movies, so it works from a nostalgic standpoint. And I don't think the coloring takes away from anything on the cover. There's nothing that clashes, thankfully, so that's good.
And I just wish you could see his hand.
Yeah, I bet you there's a lot of detail in there that we're missing. You're right.
All that work hidden by trade dress.
I love it. And again, the barcode, why Marvel and DC can't put barcodes on the backs of their covers doesn't make any sense to me. But this is great. I'm really happy to see that this is a Mastrozo and that he's finally, onto a more mainline title and that it's this good. I'm hoping I can find one of these on Wednesday. I really like this a lot.
An overwhelming thumbs up from everyone.
LCS, but we'll see.
I know.
Yeah. Even Copy liked it.
I know this might be the cover of the week. My goodness. All right, moving on to this one here. So we had Predator. Now we have an Alien. And it's a 1 in 50. This is from Maria Wolf. So Big Rob, I think you're the one who kind of put this in our chat. Let's hear it.
Well, it's purple. I like purple.
I figured that's the only reason why.
I know comparing it to the realism of the Predator cover, it's not fair for this cover. This is a lot more cartoonish. But I think it's really dope. I love the detail, all the line work that the artist put. I could imagine this in black and white. It'd be probably crazy to see all the detail of it because the color kind of covers a lot of the detail. But it looks great. I love just the creepiness of the alien queen in the front, just snarling at you with this green slime. They're just so dope. It's a really good cover. I think this is a really good weekend, and this one's great. It's 1 in 50 is tough. That's a lot, but that's for the art itself. I love it, and it's great. I think it's just great.
Okay, Mike.
So we saw a Wolf a couple of weeks ago that we didn't like. I remember we
didn't like it.
It was a Shang-Chi cover, I think.
Yes.
And we really crushed that one in a bad way. This is a cool cover. This is, I think, what we were wanting to see from Maria Wolf. Incredible intricacy on the line work. This feels like, the reason why I like it for Alien is it feels like one of those carved reliefs that they see in the ships
In the background, yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
and so that works really well for this title, this cover. I also like the purple; it works really well, especially with the alien character. I think there's a lot of blues and purples in the actual
Maybe blue, yeah.
costumes that often get hidden because the movies are so damn dark.
Yeah.
But so I really do like the details in this. I like the grossness of it. I like.
We lost Alonzo.
Oh boy!
I got.
and the- and
I
the
can
screen.
share it. No worries. I can share it.
But yeah, this is cool, and I think this is what we were all expecting to see from Wolf, and didn't get on that Shang-Chi cover, and I think it's cool that we're getting it here. Although, like you said, 1 in 50 is a tough buy-in. I might throw 15 or $20 at a book like this.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be throwing $50 at it though.
Not for aliens.
I love it when artists go ham on line art like that. Like,
Mhm.
you know, there's another artist, Vincenzo Riccardi, who does kick-ass line art. And I shout him out whenever I can because I'm a hoe for his work. So, like, he did a couple. I mean, like, he's done a lot of my favorite covers for like books, and they're always shop exclusives, I think.
Oh.
But when artists go ham with line art and play with lighting like this, like this is very minimal color. It's purple and green, like, you know, shades of it. And usually when I see an alien cover, it's always the same, like, alien character with the same pose and the little mouth that's out. Like, that's usually what I see when I see alien covers. This is great. I like it.
Jeff.
So Alonzo had a power outage.
Oops.
Really?
Yeah, he'll be back on.
I'll be back.
So for me, this looks like a I don't know what you call it. I don't know what kind of posters those are, but maybe Mondo, closer to a Mondo poster.
Mondo.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Right? Like that's what this style feels like. So I love all the line work on the alien itself. I think the background's a little much for me. It's kind of distracting me. Just I like the design. It's just it's so much line work in the background and on the actual alien. So I'm just trying to make that determination if it's too busy for me. But I mean it's great. I wish the green was probably a lot brighter. That would have been a cool touch to it. But other than that, like it's definitely a huge improvement from the last book that we saw from Maria.
Yeah, a million times better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep on moving. See what we got here.
Oh.
Mark. Oh, this is the one I brought up. Okay, so this is the Mark the Halloween special #1 from Brian Haberlin. So this is I believe I said it was a $9 book. I think the regular cover A is $6, and this was called cover B. So we're not sure if it's an incentive or not, but they raised the price.
I figured it out today. So okay. There's 4 covers for this. They're all by Haberlin. Okay. 2 of them are 2D, and 2 of them are 3D. This is one of the 2 3D covers, and they have a higher cover price. So this is not an incentive. However, I'm really glad it's here because these covers, all 4 of them, Haberlin crushed all 4 of them. They're incredible. They completely overrun Cover Fire this week. Basically, it is the Brian Haberlin show on Cover Fire this week because all 4 covers are featured. They're all fucking fantastic. The details that are in these, like, I don't even know where to start. I can't wait to see them in person. I love this cover. I love the other 3 covers. I want all 4 of them. That's both of the 2Ds and both of the 3Ds. I'll pay whatever the hell the total is going to be, $30 for the 4 of them. But they are cool as hell. I don't even care what's inside this book. These are super cool.
It's super trippy.
Yeah, it is. This is the trippiest of the 4. The other 3 are a little bit more straightforward Victorian horror kind of Halloween feel to them. This one has a little bit more of a.
I don't know how he did it,
but it almost looks like a hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was able to capture in like that one like angle where you kind of see half of one and the other
Yeah.
on top
You
of
see
the other. Like that's really cool. It's almost like the haunted mansion at
Yes.
Disney, right? Like you get that feel, that hologram.
It looks like the
Wow.
bride. Looks like the bride. Yeah.
Wow, that looks so good.
I can't wait to see what this does in person.
I would like to
really
see it in
excited.
So is it
person
supposed to
for
have
sure.
some kind of effect, or is it like a, or is it
It's
just
a
the?
3D cover. Yeah, it's one of the 2 3D covers.
Is
They
it
actually
supposed to
have
like
these listed-
parallax, or is it supposed to? What is it supposed to do?
Not sure yet. I haven't seen it in person. So there's another one too. So this is the B cover, and the A cover. There's it's weird. It's the same book inside, I think, but they have them marketed separately as 2 different books. One as marked Halloween special, and one is marked 3D Halloween special. This is the 3D, one of the 2 3D Halloween specials, and the other one is also incredible. And then there's the 2 2D ones that are also incredible. I'm blown away by all 4 of these pieces this week. I'm really excited. I want them all.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're incredible. The detail. Wait till you see the detail in the other ones. I mean, do yourself a favor and look them up after the show's over. They're sick. They're really cool.
Yes, exactly. It's like a lenticular stopped at that right angle where you got a little bit of both pictures.
Yeah.
Go for it, Trish. What do you think?
Oh, that was, I like the colors, and it's very eerie, ethereal looking. I mean, it does its job. I don't know if this artist works traditionally. I assume there's some CG in here. I don't know. But I like it. I think it's spooky. And 'tis the season.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm probably a sucker.
Although
I'm
Jack
probably getting
Skellington
suckered.
ghost heads there. But
Yeah, they're taking me for a ride because they know it's Halloween and I'm a sucker for it. So it's perfect timing. Damn it.
You think it's all watercolor or is it another medium?
it looks watercolory to me,
Jesus.
especially in the background.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you think?
I gave my opinion and I really like it.
How about you, Alonzo? You say something.
Oh my god, I dig it. I like this cover. I like how it looks like there's a bunch of images kind of superimposed on that main image. I like how it does look, and I think you guys have mentioned it already, how ethereal it looks. I love like it looks like watercolor, and how everything's kind of it kind of has like I want to say a blacklight effect. Like this could be like one of those posters you have in your room that if you had like a black light, it would just show all these like other little things kind of hidden behind this this piece of art. I mean, I dig it. I love it. I'm all in it.
And by the way, if you guys are curious, this is the other 3D cover.
Well, it's supposed to look like that.
That looks like I need glasses to see.
Yeah. Oh, it's 3D for sure.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait to see that. It's going to be creepy as hell in person. I love it. Oh, it's so cool.
I'm going to pass on that one. I don't want to see that in 3D.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
All right. I'm going to keep controlling it there, Alonzo. You want to take over?
No,
You
go,
got the
go
deck?
ahead until we get to the store exclusives, which will be right after this one. So the next one we have is Amazing Spider or the Deadly Spider-Man #1, a one favorite, Bill Sienkiewicz. So, Trish, what are your thoughts on this?
Make me wait again. Prick.
Yep, of course.
That's right.
Well, when you give yourself away like this,
I know.
you make it so easy to.
I'm so happy to be positive this week. I'm so happy to be positive.
Trolls, Mike.
I mean, this book could be very interesting. I don't know anything about the Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Is he a murderer or is this bear a murderer? I like the bear. I like the town. The style is great. I'm not sure what else to say about it. I wish that trade dress was not there.
Yeah,
I agree.
Why is it covering up all those sweet details? Bill probably spent, hours here in the center of this, and it's all covered up with words.
Yeah, we can't see the horizon of what's in it. Yeah,
I
And
mean,
that's
it
a
really
lot
kinda-
of small details. Oh
It just
my
flattens it
gosh.
out. It just flattens it out. Thanks, Marvel.
You know the first thing I thought when I saw this cover was Apocalypse Now.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
That's not bad.
That's the first. That's why it caught my eye. I'm like, oh, Apocalypse Now. That's why I said in my head. It's like that's what it is. Just Spider-Man and a bear. But yeah,
I mean, even if they made that, I wish there wasn't so much white space around that UPC. Like, make it smaller.
well, that's Marvel. Yeah, that's just
Is that
Come
the
on.
murder bear from New Mutants?
Yeah. Demon Bear.
But
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's definitely murdery looking. I mean, look at him.
It's claws, right? Yeah.
Interesting.
I do like the anatomy of the bear claws. They're rare.
Medicine around Spider-Man.
50.
2050.
Yeah.
I'm digging this, especially as a Spider-Man fan. I mean, I don't think Sienkiewicz has done many Spider-Man. I don't even know if he's done a Spider-Man, to be quite honest.
I can't think of one.
So this really?
Oh, yeah, he has, but they don't look like this.
No.
Yeah, there's a couple, but they don't look like this.
This is pretty awesome. I really dig it. I really wish there was a version of this. So,
Ooh.
yeah, that sucks. Yeah, the barcode and the trade dress kind of ruins it all. But yeah, just the art itself, I dig it. If people are saying Sienkiewicz is falling off,
Not here.
Not here. You're absolutely wrong.
No, they are not. No, he is not.
No. Yeah. Anyone else?
Mike,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I just love that. I love that Sienkiewicz can do what he does still all these years later and still awe us with covers. This is obviously he's taking from his own work with the Demon Bear thing. It's New Mutants 19 or 20. I forget what number off the top of my head.
But he did a bunch of different covers with this kind of exact style.
There's one particular one though that has the claws in the front like that and the sort of the zoomed out bear with the moon in the back, but it's done completely different than this. This is not he did not pull this from old work. This is clearly new work. I like sort of the almost animation cell feel to Spidey, almost like he's laid over the top of a different painting, which is super cool. Obviously all kinds of detail with the town, which is awesome. And you're right. It's too bad it's covered up, but I would love to see this original piece. I love looking at his original pieces. They're so intricate. There's so many layers that you don't realize are there until, like someone said in the chat, you step back and almost the moon and the bear chest almost look like a skull. And that stuff is intentional when Bill does it, I think. I don't think it's there by mistake. And there's just a lot of conversation to be had about these pieces, which to me make them more high art than comic book art. It's almost like he's in a different stratosphere all by himself. And if you've ever talked to Bill, he is in his own stratosphere. He's interesting to talk to. Very sort of manic guy to talk to, and that sort of manic feel kind of comes out in his art, which is what makes his art so cool and sort of impressionistic and visceral, and there's action in it even without action sometimes, just because of his use of movement and line. A lot of cool different styles going on in this that all work well together. They're so almost like that. I don't know what you would call that, where the claws are, but almost like decoupage. I don't know, like cut out pieces of paper almost with. So it just sort of has that cool mixed media feel to it together. It all works. It's a great Spidey in a cool action pose. I just love it. He can basically do no wrong for me.
And this is supposed to be LA.
Yes. You see the palm trees?
Yeah, I'm like, isn't it like
it's like Rodeo?
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man in LA. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to LA in Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and he's gonna run into something scary. So yeah.
Demon Bear, obviously.
I say that car in the very foreground here in the very bottom looks like it's flipped over, but I can't.
They're all flipped over, yeah.
What did you run into? Parking in LA? That's scary.
No, sir, it's traffic.
Yeah, traffic. All right, I'll stop presenting here, and you.
Yep. So that does it for our
incentives.
Incentives for this week. So now we get to talk about the store exclusives. So hopefully, I mean, we've been very positive thus far in the show. Let's hope it continues. Let's hope it
Let's
continues.
go into the shitter. That's what you're saying.
This is that's a rarity for us, folks. We got an hour and 20 minutes with almost full positivity in some way or other.
That's
Pretty
right.
much, yeah. Pretty much.
All right, here we go. So our first one here is for Ian Geist.
Okay.
It is Star Wars Hidden Empire #1. You can get it at 616, and it's $40 for the set. So I know we have a lot of Star Wars fans here on the panel. So Trish, what are your thoughts on this image right here, this picture?
So, positives. I like the way that the background of the lower half of the piece fades down from the cape. I love that when artists do that. That's my favorite. But Darth Vader looks like an action figure here.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a toy. And that kind of, flat, kind of static movement. I mean, I kind of wish that, like, because the saber is like too straight up and down for the way his hand is angled. It should almost be like tilted. And that would give the piece a little bit more life rather than it just looking very static. I mean, the lower half of the piece looks great. The way Darth Vader here is rendered, great. But it's very flat looking.
It doesn't look natural.
Yeah.
It looks like a toy.
Yeah, I'm there with you on that 100%. And I love Gist's work. And he's done this before with that scene in the Vader. He did it with, I don't remember what it is, but there's another cover that he did. There's a Virgin and a set of that too. So this is not a new concept for him. He did it way better on that other cover. And there's a lot more life to it. He's usually pretty good about having life in his covers. And I love his work.
Wait,
really
is that
cool
the one
guy.
that Fellow Mellow did? Mellow Fellow?
Yes, correct. Yes. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's a beautiful, beautiful cover.
But everybody always draws, like, I'm addressing some of this chatter here in the chat, but everybody always draws Vader black and red because that's classic. That's what you do.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of like the juxtaposition of a brighter tone with the darker scene on the bottom.
I do too. That's still Anakin under there. Let's not forget he's from a desert planet. So
Yep.
it's kind of a cool.
And he doesn't always just come out at night. I'm pretty sure his Evo goes all day long.
I love it.
It's a great quote, Jeff. I love that. But yeah, I do. I love all the other elements other than Trish is exactly right. There's Vader's too static, too action figure-y. The saber is out of proportion. It's too thick. Vader, your saber's too girthy, buddy.
Wow.
Wow.
I had to go there once. Come on, man. Jeez, you can't give me an hour and
That's right.
20
We didn't have any Red Sonja covers, right? So
Now that you said that, I see something else that I can't unsee, and I don't know if I want to even mention it.
yeah.
mention it.
Yeah, Vader's tower. Yeah, baby.
Yep. It was Vader's tower. I was like, why is it in that specific place?
Thank you. Thanks for pointing it out. Now I can't unsee.
Now I feel
Oh,
like he's peeing.
No,
Like there's a golden
it's
stream
pinching.
coming from him.
No, it's pinching his nuts. That's what it looks like to me.
That's the whole plot.
That's what he's so mad.
That's the whole plot of Hidden Empire.
I can't unsee this.
If somebody pinches his nuts, yeah.
Not so hidden anymore.
I you know what I really dig is that he
Waited too
put
long
his
to get to this
signature in the moon.
The moon, what?
His signature's in the moon.
Oh,
His initials.
Oh, look at that. That's
I
cool
didn't.
stuff.
I really dig it when they do that. When they hide their signatures within the art itself and
Yeah, that
make
is
it
cool.
part of the art. And that's really cool. The whole Vader's castle looks really great. The skyline, the background, everything about that. I can see the little details on the tops of the hills. I really, really like that. Even though it's not really bright or anything, it's just I can see them. But I totally agree with Trish. He does look like really stiff and very. Oh my God, I'm making this worse.
He's very rigid.
Yeah, he's very rigid. Thank you.
and girthy.
So he's He's just too erect, you know.
Oh my God, it all works. It all works.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just funny like that, I guess. I guess I can appreciate it just for the funniness of it too.
This is like one of the few covers where if Vader wasn't on the cover, it would be a lot better.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's a hell of a point.
Ooh.
that's not a bad.
That's not a bad point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. So how about, oh, go ahead, Jeff.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. So we'll move on to another one of our fan favorites here. So we have David Nakayama. And again, more Hellfire. And this is a 616 exclusive.
Look
All
at
right,
all
so
that text.
Was he drawing Psylocke or Chun-Li?
This is Psylocke.
Look
Chun-
at a little
Says
column
Chun-Li.
A and a little column B here.
Does it matter?
It's
Pretty.
It's a good Chunlock cover.
He's got the best of both worlds.
I love David Nakayama's work. I really do. I love how he draws lady characters. I don't think I've seen him draw dude characters. Anyway,
He has a few. They're not
He
awesome.
does.
Though.
I definitely like the trade dress version better. Mostly
It's like
because this one with the trade dress looks so busy with all that text, but I know it's supposed to look like a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah. I don't know that I'd buy it, but
Okay.
I like his work. So he
All right,
moved his
Mike?
signature for that trade dress one though.
Yeah, so this is where I like the Virgin more than the. So we've talked about this before. I'm over this whole Cosmopolitan magazine trope. There's been too much of it. It was cool at first. I liked it when Natalie Sanders did it the first time, and then which I'm actually finally selling that book because I'm so sick of the whole look that one's gone now too.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, I like Nakayama's work, especially when he really knocks it out of the park for a female character, which he has done here. Although I'm not sure I agree that that's Psylocke. It's very Chunlocky, as you said already. But it's good. It's got the right amount of sex appeal that you'd expect on a Nakayama cover. I like the choice of pink for the background. It's a good, solid cover. Would I pay store exclusive price for this, which is I assume 45-ish for the set, something like that? No.
probably. Yeah.
But I do like it. It's certainly not one of his best covers, but it's right in that wheelhouse of what we want from Nakayama. I feel like we've not gotten a lot of what we want from Nakayama recently.
Mhm.
We've kind of knocked a bunch of his covers, and this one's sort of back to his style, like we'd expect it to be.
I don't know if with the trade dress I would know who this character, or without the trade dress I would know who this character is, like straight off the bat.
Agreed. She needs a sword. I mean, then
Yeah.
you'd know. I think. Well,
Yeah.
it would help.
Well,
Yeah,
she
we
has
know.
her little Psy earrings
Not enough.
and the X.
Not enough.
No.
So Jeff, what are your thoughts?
I if it wasn't Psylocke, I guess it's if you didn't name the character, I'm like, that's great. It looks really good. So yeah, it kind of throws you off. I mean, it's a gala, so she's supposed to look a little different, a little more dolled up. So I get it. Maybe she looks a little different with all that makeup on. You know what, for the trade dress and all that I've not liked going, you know, it's just so busy.
Mhm.
I do dig a little bit of the details in the fact that, like, is that written in Martian because they're on Mars, or like,
No, that's Krakoan.
there
Yes.
you go. Yeah, so I kind of dig that. I don't know if I Knives Out with Psylocke. I feel like that goes with a Wolverine or like X-23 or but yeah, I mean, it's cool. Oh yeah, shoot, she has katana blades, duh. Okay, so yeah, I guess it fits. I do like the Virgin more, a lot more.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not paying 45. I definitely can wait and hope that Virgin goes for sale for like 15 one day.
Here's something. I don't mean to interrupt whoever's next. And Trish, see if you agree with this. I was talking to Souza Maika at Memphis 2 weeks ago, maybe, and we were talking about these Hellfire Gala covers. And Souza Maika comes from a fashion design background. A lot of her early work is fashion design stuff. And I'm trying to figure out why they didn't implement some of that style on these covers, that sort of fashion design look. I know you know what I'm talking about. Maybe the guys do too. But there's a certain look to fashion design art that really would have worked really well on these covers. I think they kind of missed the mark on it.
Some of them they got right.
Well, so her hair's not moving in a natural way on this. Like the more I look at her head,
looks like
the
plastic.
more it just looks kind of like you could just go.
Yeah, plastic hair. Yeah, like action figure hair.
Actually, that hair doesn't move. It's all hairspray just like that.
That's right. It's just sprayed just like that. She turns her head. She knocks someone out.
This is an advertisement for Aquanet.
Kill the
everybody.
ozone.
Anybody with fire, get away from her. Yep.
Even Jubilee.
Back up. Don't put anything sparkly near her.
There's something I don't like about it though. I don't understand the lines on her ribs. Like I feel it feels off. The line works on her ribs, so it just doesn't look right. The shadowing.
Yeah, it looks too bulbous or something.
Yeah, it looks like she's got gills underneath.
She's the deep.
She's the deep. Oh my god.
Big Rob.
I like it and I hate it at the same time somehow.
I think that's where everybody's landing.
Yeah. It's like that. I'm with Mike. I'm tired of the Cosmo vibe thing. That's just they burn the horse to death.
I don't like it if it's done right. I just don't like that giant trade dress. But
it's been done 1,000 times. I think I've seen that 1,000 times already. This Cosmo thing, but I love me some neon pink, and the character design for Psylocke is my favorite female character design. I love her design. So that's a pluses for me. It's cool. It's David Nakayama. It's his style, his art. Yeah, I think if I would buy one, probably the Virgin. It's just better, I think. So it's everybody else is right, and it's a yes and a no at the same time somehow.
Okay, all right. All right, and this one I think just got released today, so hopefully, if this is something you want, definitely pick it up. But then we have this one here, Lord of the Jungle #1. Again, another 616 by Alan Qua, and it's a Star Wars homage, and it's $20.
Wow.
This should be on a van.
Yeah, it looks like it should be on the side of a van.
Definitely.
There should be like an epic wizard.
Or on the hood of a Chevy.
Yeah.
I love the chimpanzees on the side just chilling.
I'll start.
Be on a 70s van.
I like Alan Qua. He does a lot of busy covers, incentives where there's so many different characters. So sometimes it gets lost, but it's still really good. It's just, when you draw 50 characters on one cover, that's a lot, right? I always wonder how well it would look if he just at least lower down the amount of people he has to draw. Okay. Yeah, he does a lot. I think he did a bunch of the Green Lantern, B covers and some incentives and stuff like that. And I think he's done a couple Marvel incentives too, with that many characters. But yeah, I dig it. I really like it. I don't think it's too much because the depth is there. So I really like it. I wish the characters were a little bit bigger, at least maybe. But other than that, that's it. So I can see more detail. That's it.
Okay. No, you know where this belongs on a Mexican blanket. This is totally on a Mexican blanket.
You're so mean.
Wow.
No, it's true. I've seen blankets just with the same color scheme, the same
rug
layout. I slept in these blankets.
I actually have like one of those blankets that has the same color scheme, but they're wolves.
Yeah.
They're howling at the moon.
Yeah, same thing. Lions, whatever.
I wish that the characters didn't have like daytime shading on them. I wish they were like
true.
nighttime shaded.
Good call.
Yeah, because it kind of, or the characters in the foreground, take them away. Just the face and the moon, and the rest of that like woodsy, jungly.
Yep. He's trying too hard to force this into the Star Wars homage. Even with the proportions of the characters being small like that, like the poster. Yeah, it's just you're right. Just like squash the idea once you realize how cool your background is and just go with that.
Yeah. Or just focus on one character. I mean, I guess you need those two to kind of hit the homage, but yeah.
I think you're right. It would do itself a big favor if the shade was different, right?
Like if the shading wasn't like daytime shading, if it was like, if they didn't look like they were supposed to be on a desert island,
right?
And not in the jungle at night. Yeah, they look very daytime.
I think the male has a little more night shading. The female seems like she's in daytime for sure.
Super bright.
Yeah.
I mean, even the tree itself, like the that they're on, right? The limb.
Yeah, there's like sun like lighting there.
Yeah, I mean, like the foreground looks like it's got daytime shading on it, like the even the trunk at the top, and the one on the bottom is all like you can see the brown tones, like there's more daylight on it, and then in the background when you start moving toward the back where the panther is and the that stuff is all blue shaded. I really wish he would just carried the blue shade all the way through, and the blue highlight all the way through. But I mean, put it on the side of a van.
This leg right here is bothering me.
Oh, come on. I didn't even notice that.
We're all just like, what the hell is going on here?
Like,
I didn't notice that was his leg.
It looks like he's going to kick her in the back of the head now.
Yeah, it's all weird.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
No.
He's got like a 1.5 foot leg and like a 2 foot leg.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right, let's move on to the next one here. We're
all upset about his legs now.
Yep. Darth Vader number 29 by Raza LE800, and you can pick it up at $40 from KRS, Mutant Beaver Comics, The Comic Mint, and East Side Comics. Trish, what are your thoughts on this one?
$40 for one book?
One book.
Yeah.
And it's an 800 print run.
Yep,
it's very
Marvel.
CG. It's very CG. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to look like that style, like very CG. But I do like the scene that's kind of like on the side of the head of the helmet. I think that's kind of cool looking. I mean, I'm not paying $40 for a Darth Vader book. That's not my jam anyway. But even if it was, I don't think I'd buy this one. Because Vader here looks a little, boring. Very CG. I mean, there's not much you could do with Vader's helmet, but it's not very, I don't know. I can't tell what's going on here, but I do like the scene on the side.
Well, you know what? Laura just came in and she says, no as well. So there you go.
Yeah.
Laura's like, $40.
Right, this was the tirade
I went on. Something at her screen.
This was the tirade I went on like 3 weeks ago. Come on, guys. I mean, is this 800 per shop? Like, where's the other 2,200 copies? Like, don't stop playing games with us. $40. This is trash. No, all sorts of no. And on top of it,
CG picture of Vader with a CG picture of a scene on the side of his head.
Yeah, and I don't know. Raza came out of the gate firing on all cylinders. Everyone loved his shit, and I'm liking him less and less and less every cover. A lot of his stuff looks like retouched photographs, and maybe that's just because it's overly digital. The whole thing, I don't know. It's just not a good cover. It's not worth $40. It's not really limited to 800 copies, so don't buy into that, everybody. That's a lie.
Wait, this is a Marvel book. This is a Marvel book, so you have to get like 3,000 of them, right?
3,000 of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, like, that's what I'm
Aw.
saying. Where are the other 2,200 copies? Again,
But this
I'm
is a
gonna go.
Virgin one, right? Don't they
I'm
have
gonna-
the thing where you have to buy like 3,000 of the trade dress to get 1,000 of these?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Exactly. There's that too. So again, I throw out my normal disclaimer. If you can prove to me that the other 2,200 copies got burned or
I
shredded,
want to see the video.
I
Yes.
will
Hey,
buy
yep.
this. I will buy this for $40 if you can prove that to me, and I'll give it away.
Haruka.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't like. I see where Trish is saying about the Vader helmet. It's very matte black, and it's just plain, and there's no shine or shimmer or nothing. There's no. It's just kind of ugh. It almost feels like anybody watch any Star Wars on Disney Plus? You know, the intro where they show like the characters at the beginning, and then the light goes by it and passes like
Oh,
in
yeah.
red and blue.
Oh,
Mhm.
It
yeah.
kind of looks like that without the red and the blue going by. So there's like no color. And then this is a little too digital.
I mean, I
So,
get what you guys say when you say like it's over CG or like
Yeah.
over rendered or whatever. This feels like a retouched photo with another retouched photo on top of it.
Exactly, which is what bothers me about his work lately.
yeah, this is not what I like from him.
I would like to see cited references, please.
I like the Knights of Ren covers that he made that were B covers or C covers.
Those also look like retouched photos too, though.
Yeah, but a lot less than this.
Yeah. At least there's a stylization to those, right? That if you dug one, you kind of wanted them all.
Right.
So I get that too. That was pretty cool. But yeah, this one's just not doing it.
And a lot cheaper buy-in.
And to jam Rabe or whoever that's supposed to be up in the top corner and then have all that negative space down in the bottom corner is unbalanced and
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah. Why didn't he have his like saber and there's like red glow coming off from the
that
front?
would be
too?
super cool. That would probably have made it.
I don't know.
Yep. All
Um,
right. Big Rob, go ahead.
Do yourself a favor, just buy cover A. It's the same art, and it's $4.
There you go.
So, yeah. So
What?
yeah,
It's just
This
with
is
the
cover-
trade dress.
oh,
Yeah,
it just has a trade dress on it.
that's cover A. Yeah. So just
Oh my
$4.
lord!
Yeah. I actually do like the art. I see everybody's point, but I still like it. But cover A, yeah, $4. I'll be happy with that.
All right.
I mean, this is a very like straight, like clean Darth Vader profile.
He's too
but
clean for someone who like
I
fights
feel
a
like there should
lot.
be some. I feel like there should be some like grit or something like some. Even if you just got to do it in the background, like some dust, some gradient, some shading, something, some depth in the background here.
It's
would
one
add.
Photoshop filter, Raza. Come on, I know you're doing it in a computer to begin with. So just
Listen, it's super. You don't even have to pay for it. Comes in as a script.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. How about this one? Right here by Miko Sean, LE 1000, $30. Something Killing the Children, number 26. You can find this at Big Time Collectibles. All right. I'll let you guys soak it in for a little bit.
Why?
I'll jump into it. I hate it.
Trish is like, why?
It doesn't feel right.
I don't like it.
Some
It's
BDSM looking Venom cover.
Venom.
I don't know.
It's Venom in her head.
Like here, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. But then again, I stopped. I don't really read as much as I should. Does this character have significance to something he's killing? But I'm not really fond of this composition.
The book's
It's trying to be pop art, but not.
Yeah, right.
The book's losing steam. This kind of like profile of a character from Something's Killing the Children has been done to death for this particular book. They've done so many up close face images of the characters for this book that to me, at this point, it's just boring. Why do you keep doing it? $30? No, thank you. It's just not good.
Okay.
What's that Frank Miller series?
Sin
Sin
City.
City.
Yeah, like I feel like it was trying to go for that Sin City feel. but
and missing
like
the mark 100%.
way missing the mark. Like
Yeah,
the
big time.
darks are not dark enough. The
But, like,
reds, they're two different. They're like different reds.
It's like a ruby and less of like you want a pop red.
Yeah,
You don't, and red is really hard for print.
this is muted red.
Yeah.
This is like red velvet and less like red like leather to me. But I see where you're saying the Sin City-ish look with the background.
Right.
But then the raindrops are too overly rendered to complete that look.
Yes. Yes, because it doesn't make the red pop out like it should. It just ugh.
Looks like wet crushed velvet.
It's wet crushed velvet.
Blue velvet. No.
Mike?
I don't really have much to add. I mean, I think that this cover had some potential. I don't like the static face-on shot. Whoever said it, I think Rob said it. It's just enough is enough with these already on this stuff. The series, looks-wise anyway, the covers are losing steam. I'm not as interested in these as they used to be. I feel like this could have been really good with a couple of other choices, and it just doesn't work. Some things are overdone, some things are underdone, some things are, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to add. It just doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
Trying too hard.
Yeah.
I know. Alrighty, then let's move on to the next one. We have Star Wars: The High Republic, The Blade, #1 by Mike Mayhew, that you can also find in Mutant Beaver, KRS, Eastside, Comic Mint, and it's LE 3000 for the trade dress, 1000 for the Virgin, and the set is $50.
And the
All right,
first
Mike.
crossover with Hellboy.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. There's elements of this I do like. I like the saber hilt a lot. I like that it's in the foreground.
Yeah, I like the perspective.
Yeah, that's cool. I do like that foreshortened look, and he does it well. What I again don't like, and we've noted this before for Mayhew, is that there's some stuff that looks like it's under rendered and some other stuff that looks like it's over rendered. So the face clearly has a lot more attention to that, but the hand doesn't, and the body doesn't. I am usually a sucker for rain covers, but in this case, if you're raining on a saber, there should be more sizzle.
Ooh, sizzle.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this one misses the mark too. It's a little boring and static when all said and done. The best part is the saber hilt and the foreshortening of the hand and everything. So that's cool. But yeah, this isn't. I want more of. I want to rewind back to when Mayhew's stuff all looked painted, right? Like his Vampirella covers from back in the early 2000s. That was the style from him I really loved, and I think that's what a lot of us would love him to get back to. And it hasn't been that long since he did that stuff. He did. I remember an X-23 cover that looked a lot like that, maybe 5 years ago, something like that. And he's kind of gotten away from that, and he's doing the more photorealistic thing. And I'm almost willing to bet that he's using some photo references too. I
want him to be wearing a pirate hat so bad.
Feels like a cheat to me. I don't know. It doesn't.
One for all and all for one.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude should be Jack Sparrow for real.
Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
We need
Hellboy,
something like
Jack
bead.
Sparrow.
Yeah.
No, you know who it reminds me of? Battlefield Earth, John Travolta.
Oh
Yes, it
no!
does.
Oh my god.
I cannot unsee it. As soon as I thought about it, Battlefield Earth, John Travolta.
No, I
Exactly
cannot
what it
see
looks
it.
like.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. They over rendered in some places, under rendered in others.
Yes.
And the rain is too busy in the background. He shouldn't be
Yeah.
that busy if you're that close on this dude.
Yep.
Unless, there's a hurricane. Is he in a hurricane, this poor dude?
I
His
would have
hair
loved
is
this-
remarkably still for the hurricane.
Yeah,
Must be a
really.
water
Ooh,
planet.
that is true.
I would have loved this cover if it were just the hand and the saber with some cool sizzle effects going on from the rain.
Blur
on the saber.
him the hell out. Like you know,
Right, yeah.
just the hand coming through this, and he's like in the distort in the background. Like,
Yeah.
ugh, give me
That
that.
would
Can't
be
wait.
way cool.
Can't wait for the shadow cover.
Oh my god, yes.
And the
Yeah,
red one, and
these
the,
are getting
and,
old.
and the black and white one, and yeah,
It's just like any other cover that we say is getting old, right? The negative space, the gala, high fashion magazine ones. This is Mike Mayhew's thing, right? Where it's the lightsabers in the foreground, and eventually he'll make his little, different shaded colored variants. And for some reason, I'm pretty sure that lightsaber is pretty bright. There's not much glow coming off of him at all, especially with all that rain.
Oh, you mean all that reflected light?
Yeah,
You mean all that no reflected light?
There's no reflect. Like you would see reflection off of the rain itself, off of his hand, off his face.
Yeah, it's apparently
his
just
hair,
on the saber hilt. It's not.
It's just on the hilt.
Yeah, you don't even really see it on his hand, and it should be like prominent, especially around the thumb and the
So it's just like he got really lazy when he started doing this now.
I'm feeling that like a lot about his covers lately.
Like,
It's
I'm
sad
not
when
saying
you see him
art's-
go down, but is it because he's doing too many and he doesn't have time to pay the attention that he needs to do?
I think so.
That's
you know.
probably it.
Because he's a super talented artist. I'm not taking that away from him in any.
And he does a lot of art
He does
every week.
He's got a new one every week. It seems like, yeah,
No,
Is he the Peach of Star Wars?
kind of.
I think so.
Him or Gist.
Yeah, but Gist is usually good.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one here. We have Star Wars Yoda #1 by Stephanie Hans, where you can find at Bird City Comics or Big Time Collectibles. The trade dress is limited to 3,000 and 1,000 for the Virgin, and the set is only $40. So, Trish, what are your thoughts on Yoda?
Oh, I love Yoda, and this is very painted looking. It's not like a CG Yoda. I like how ethereal he kind of feels, and the blade, how it's kind of, it's got these little wisps off of it. I think that's neat. And this Hack Shop Bird City Comics exclusive. Just kidding. Everybody's.
Bronze Age nerd.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Laura's here. Yay. But yeah, get it. I mean, it's if you're a Star Wars fan and you like Yoda, and I want to know more about Yoda. Is this a new adventure? Is he a ghost? I want to know. I have questions.
Well, hopefully this book will answer all those questions for you.
It won't. Lucas will never let that happen.
No, no,
You'll never know the species.
No,
no,
never.
Right.
never know what he is.
Never
I
know
mean-
the planet.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I've seen one Yoda, I've seen all the Yodas. Like this version of Yoda is pretty much all the Yodas there are for covers. I don't really see too many different ones, but
Yeah.
I still like it.
All right, what about you, Mike?
So I didn't like this cover when I first saw it because I kept just seeing thumbnails of it on my phone and stuff like that, and didn't give myself a chance to really zoom in on it.
And appreciate.
And now that I'm doing that at roughly the size that it's going to be when I have it in my hand, I like it a lot more. I do love that it's clearly a fully painted piece. I love Hans's style. It's a little static for me overall. The Yoda part of it's a little static for me, but it definitely is pulling at the heartstrings of those of us who bought in on the 1 in 25 High Republic #1. I think it was that one that was Hans that had Yoda on the cover. Which, obviously there's some similarities here and some not similarities, but I dig the use of color. I like that the background's got something going on in it, even if it's artistic and not, a scene or anything. So I like this a lot more. The more I look at it, the better this cover gets to me.
So, if Yoda moves, if you see movement in Yoda, does he run the risk of being prequel trilogy Yoda, where he moves too much?
Maybe, although there's a lot of movement on that other Hans Yoda cover. I mean, if you look at that, whatever that incentive was for High Republic, there's a lot of movement on that cover, and it works really well. Yes, I think you run the risk, though, Trish, of doing that. Yeah, of turning him into this silly little, I don't know,
Ping pong ball.
gremlin. Yeah, this little gremlin essentially is what you turn him into, I guess. So whereas here he looks serious and sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Regal, if you will. Which I think Yoda deserves to have that look rather than the silly little gnome jumping around doing stupid stuff. The gnome ninja. So yeah, I dig this cover a lot more since the first time I saw it. It's growing on me a lot.
Okay. Big Rob?
It did not grow on me. I'm not. I'm honestly, I'm not into this cover at all. I like the lightsaber. I hate the background. It's boring. I appreciate the art on Yoda. It's Yoda. It's well drawn. It's not capturing my imagination. It doesn't really pull me in. Like I said, one thing I really love is the way she drew the lightsaber. I love that aspect of it, but and the trade dress is just trash. I don't like the trade dress at all. It just kind of really takes away from the art.
Was that the one you were talking about?
No,
That's the one.
oh, there you go. Oh,
That's other Stephanie Hans.
Yeah.
yeah. That's a cover C, I think, or B. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like Yoda's movement here. He doesn't look like a ping pong gremlin.
And I think that within the story, this is like in the past Yoda. This is like prequel Yoda. He is like more vibrant, more alive.
It looks like young Yoda.
Yeah, this is a younger version of Yoda. So it basically the story is different moments in his life, going back way back to the High Republic and to prequels, and then more towards the end. But from what I remember from the panel, but yeah, this is what she's in for, and it is her art. But it's just for me personally, it doesn't capture my imagination. It doesn't want to make me purchase it.
You know, I'm leaning back in my chair, and of course my screen gets darker when I do that.
Nah.
This cover would have looked a lot cooler with heavier shadows.
That would help. Yeah, on top.
Because I'm seeing it. Do that with your computer. Kind of crouch down and look down.
Well, and yeah, like maybe just hide him a little more and the lightsaber a little more brighter. I guess you could say it just more stands out more a little more.
I mean, I like that the green of the saber reflects off of him better, like where it crosses over his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like as opposed to like the Vader one we saw earlier, where it did not do that at all.
Yeah.
You know, I do like there's technical things here that I like more than I like Yoda, or that I feel for Yoda, but you know,
I really like it darker.
at the bottom especially, like, you know, yeah.
I'm getting down real low, and it looks great because then you could just see it's almost like you only see green where the glow's black. It's cool like that.
Yeah, it would help.
All right, what are your thoughts, Jeff?
I'm not mad at the background. It's a little busy, but I mean, a lot of Stephanie Hahn's backgrounds have been blank, right?
Yeah,
so I can appreciate that it's not blank, but kind of with Trish, I'm definitely digging the lightsaber. That's the first thing I noticed first. You see the dust going, you know, through the glowingness of the lightsaber, that smoke that's coming off it. Maybe some unlucky fly hit it, you know. So like
a bug zapper,
So I dig that part. Like he just used it, or he just went through something. I like the details on his eyes. So I'm really I like it probably more than Big Rob for sure. That's why I ordered it. But yeah, because I don't see the effect of the lightsaber and the glowingness. Like you don't always get that effect with the dust, and it all makes sense, right? Because like if you have that bright of a light and you're in the dark, you'll see dust coming off that light, that flashlight.
Yeah. Yep. True.
So I really dig that.
You're right, Moonlit. She could have softened this background a little bit more and made Yoda stand out a little more, which would have made it pop a little more.
Yeah, there you go. Soften it.
I agree, and I think the interpretation almost feels like he kind of like just went through something, like he just cut through something, like there's smoke coming off his lightsaber and off his like robe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like in the background, that's probably what the interpretation would be.
Okay. All right. I think that does it for the store exclusive. So we're done, folks.
Wow.
Wow. So
wasn't all a banger, I see.
I know. Trish, let us know what do you got going on?
Okay, so I'll be at Baltimore Comic Con at the end of the month, with loads of original pieces, and yeah, I've got some original art.
Oh, let's highlight that. Can Big Rob or Jeff, can you highlight Trish for me, please?
Yes.
Is that the genie?
Yeah, it's the genie. It's the Disney
barely
genie. Well, 8 billion genies.
Oh, nice. That's a
And I
great.
maintained the galaxy kind of look, just
That's
because,
so cool.
Oh, wow.
But I did a whole bunch. I'm doing a whole bunch of original pieces.
Jeff the Land
shark.
Shark.
He's diving into a bunch of skulls. Look how
Shark,
cool.
Oh my god, I love it.
So yeah, I'll have tons of original art, like cool stuff like this.
That's great.
Cracker Jack.
So cool.
Yeah. Hints for upcoming books like that. It's a Flurkin.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
It's Goose. Who doesn't love Goose?
So
Oh yeah, my here. Wait, this is a good one.
Yes.
But
I think
this is
Jeff
my
wants that
favorite.
God, so badly. And I know you want that one.
Oh wow.
Nobody ever draws the hyenas, man. So
That
of course
is
I had
true.
to.
It's awesome.
And then I drew a more interesting Something is Killing cover than the last one we saw.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
So I
Light
take
use
children
better.
and I write owners over it.
That's even
Oh my
better.
god, that is great.
So
That's
yeah, I
great.
did a whole bunch of those. I've got a whole bunch of those. I got a series for Disney dogs and a series for Disney cats that are in on Stray Dogs blanks, and then working on these. Like I got Good Boy.
You lucky
Nice.
attendance at Baltimore Con, I swear.
Oh, for sure.
Tweet. And of course, what's a convention? What's a My Little Pony?
Of course.
Mm.
You can't not do them. So I'm gonna have that stuff. I'm gonna have, hopefully, maybe we'll have some pre-order information on these cuties.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That stuff's still working with the retailer who's gonna sell them for us.
That's awesome.
But yeah, the final of her has darker color, like darker. The yellow's darker, so the white doesn't look so gray.
Ah.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
she's kind of like highlighter yellow right here. But she's a nice size plush.
Yeah.
She'll have some things, some inclusions. The scarf you don't have to have the scarf.
The silhouette is great though. The
So
silhouette
good.
is perfect.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
I've designed plush for years. I think I've designed plush for about 10 years. So I've learned a lot of stuff along the way. I work with a good factory. Lots of good people who know how to sew. I just know what shapes I want. They tell me what the materials are and how to make them. Let's see what else. Lots of cool covers coming up. I just turned in 3 more. They're not retailer. Well, one is a retailer cover, 2 are not. So look for those.
Yeah,
Lots of My Little Pony.
Didn't you mention you had some work with gargoyles?
Oh yeah, Gargoyles #1. Tony and I did Bronx chasing a cat with some dogs.
Great.
I mean, our Gargoyles cover is going to have some dog flavor. That's what we are. And then also, I don't know if Darkwing Duck's been announced yet or not, but I am doing a series of covers for that. But I love Darkwing. Like that's straight up my alley. Gargoyles. I watched Gargoyles. I was a fan of Gargoyles. I can do the style, but it takes me a long time. Darkwing Duck instantly just it hits me.
Flows
Just
off your pen.
Comes right off the pen, and it's just it's really good, cool series. I got to do a cover like you just showed for I Hate Fairyland for No Mas Comics and That Dude Comics. It just went live on Friday, I think, or Saturday. Scotty Young, I'm a huge fan of his. I love I Hate Fairyland, and to get to do a cover for that, which was a Venom homage. It was one of his Venom covers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it was one of his Venom covers that I did the homage to. And I mean, I love that character and I love his style. So rough, like it's so cool. I don't know. Whenever I try to do a really cool style like that, it's just like, look at that twig. That wasn't even mine. That was like the first of the 8-bits. Oh, yep, that's our dog. That's mine and Tony's dog cover. And mine and Tony's dog cover. Tony did the Ash. I did all the dogs.
I love these covers.
I couldn't draw if I draw a human character, it's not gonna look anything like the human it is supposed to be.
It's be Disney-fied.
It'll just be like, like if you look at the Dark Ride cover I did for Bird City, there's very Mit-Call kind of inspiration in the human character. It's very Disney. It's very Disney animated. Because
but it works.
But nothing wrong with that
because of the homage you're doing.
Right. Well, it was supposed to be Mario. I mean, I could have made him look like Mario. That would have looked weird. Don't even talk. I shouldn't talk. But yeah, so I'll be at Baltimore Comic Con. Tony will be there too. We'll be sharing a table together. I think we're at booth 1021.
Yes.
1021. Yeah. So we are, we're going to be there. We're going to be doing commissions. I don't know if we'll be doing them, together, if he'll have his own list and I'll have mine. But I know in the past we've teamed up together. So to do commissions, I'll have tons of pre-drawn stuff. And I have tons of blanks. I literally went upstairs on Saturday and found another stack like this of just random blanks that I've collected over the years.
Nice.
I love blanks.
I heard you on Nearing Nirvana. You were so excited. I just found them.
Oh my gosh. It's so cool. Like I found a Gem in the Holograms blank, but like it's that really weird IDW style, but I don't like that style. I like the 80s style, so that's what I'm going to put on it.
Nice.
Like the vintage one. I have Gem and the Holograms pops up there, so like the original ones. Signed by the actress, signed by the voice actress.
Awesome.
No way.
Gem. It's like the coolest shit.
That's really cool.
So yeah, I mean, like I'll be there. I've got lots of covers coming out. We started work on our next thing for next year, so you'll be seeing buzz for that growing. And lots of just cool things in the works and just hanging out with nice guys like you.
Oh, shucks.
Thanks.
Definitely.
Thanks for having me on. I really like that. I really like today's show. It was cool to get to again, artist objective. I learned a lot from you guys, just watching recently. So I'm glad to have had this opportunity to kind of, show off my artsy words that I know. Even though like the vast majority of my work is like very CG, this is like the closest to real media stuff that you get from me.
They're awesome.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, that's one of the best ones I saw her do.
That's awesome.
Oh, Crypto. Okay, that's perfect.
That's great.
Yeah, Ace the Bat Hound. Ace the Bat Hound.
Oh my god!
Who doesn't love Ace? Check him out. Yeah, so I mean, these will all be there, and I've still got to draw the
Nice.
I've still got to draw the rest of the Disney ones. That one was Laura's suggestion. That was the pug from Pocahontas.
That's cool.
But like, who doesn't love that?
Oh, yeah.
But like, this was one of the first Disney dogs I ever learned how to draw, and I can draw him from memory.
Oh
That's
wow!
Straight off the top of my head, no references.
Lady and the Tramp.
Doug.
Oh, Doug.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah,
Where's the cone of shame?
Wait, there is a Lady and the Tramp in here.
Oh,
But the best Disney dog, we got Stitch.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh my
Deep
god,
cuts.
that's so cool.
Pluto.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Disney style is like my jam. This is what I learned with. That's Peg
Lady
from
and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp, but the piece de resistance this way.
Oh,
no way.
she's got a connecting cover. Are you
Oh
killing
my
me?
God.
Someone better buy both of them at one time. Do not let that get separated.
What
please.
kind of punk would buy one?
Please do not do that.
Okay, so Trish, I will put this out there right
I
now.
want those so badly.
If nobody in Baltimore buys them, I will buy them.
So
Okay.
I'll fight Alonzo for them.
I'll watch. That's cool.
I'll get us. I'll get a ticket for that fight.
Those are
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. So we got Bolt, and then we've got Georgette. These are all the pre-drawn ones. But I'm gonna do some cats too, I think, because Disney cats were like the first thing I learned how to draw.
Oh, Cleo.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean Figaro. Who doesn't love Figaro?
Oh,
Yes.
Figaro. Oh, I
Cleo's
love
the fish from Pinocchio,
Cleo. That's right. Cleo's the
Yes.
fish, and yeah,
and also from Heathcliff, isn't she?
yeah. But
Isn't her
I
name
was
Cleo?
thinking Pinocchio. I got the names swapped. Sorry.
Yeah, Figaro,
Figaro and Cleo would be great.
Oliver.
Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat. We got the Siamese
Yeah.
cats. We got I mean, all the cats from Aristocats.
Oh yeah.
Literally an entire family. But yeah,
Oh my
find me
God,
there.
Trish. Oh,
Mm.
I have
We're having
one.
a battle royale.
When we get
Yes.
no, I have one. I want even more
Uh-oh.
on a Snoopy on a stray dogs.
Oh, Snoopy.
I want a
You know,
Snoopy and a
Tone-
Woodstock, please.
Tone does a mean Santa's little helper on Stray Dogs Blanks. But yeah, Snoopy, hell yeah. I could draw Snoopy from memory. There was a video where somebody who draws for the comics now draws Snoopy. And there's an old Charles Schultz one too.
I need a Joe Cool on that Department of Truth, and then
Oh, man.
I need a
X's on
Red
the glasses?
Baron.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be badass. Thanks for the
Yeah.
ideas. I'm totally stealing these.
Awesome.
She's like, I'm doing it at Baltimore
I have
this
some extra.
weekend.
Yeah.
Or is there a nice house on the lake? Blank.
Blank?
There isn't
I
there?
haven't
that I
seen
know of.
not
Oh,
one that
that's
I
too
know
bad.
of.
To put Snoopy's house on the lake.
Oh my god.
Nice. That would be cool. I mean, the blanks that I found, I mean, like I've got some pretty old ones. The blanks that I found are oof, can I reach them? My arms are too short. I've got Spider-Man. I'm going to draw some Spider-Ham, I think. I got some Captain Marvel, Justice
Spider-Ham.
League,
Wow, I like the variety. So it'll fit like
Thor.
everything.
That's a lot of blank.
Yeah, I got Star Wars. I got some Lando. Oh man, I draw a mean Rocket and Groot, so I got some Rocket and Groot ones. Here's an obscure one. My husband found this.
Oh my god, man.
Are you kidding?
That's cool.
How
as hell.
obscure
That's
is this
cool.
cartoon? Super
I
obscure.
love that
Wow.
cartoon.
Oh, I got Spider-Gwen, old Spider-Gwen cover. And of course, you got your Spider-Mans, your Superman. I got tons of Rocket and Groot apparently.
You know, it'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Hmm.
Dogs as Star Wars characters.
Totally. I'm into that.
That'd be cool.
I want to draw all the superhero dogs, everything, all the superhero animals of choice.
Yes.
Whatever they are. I wish I had more stuff to like really show, but it's all like packed away here. But I've got to have trades. I think I'm gonna go through them this weekend. But copies of Stray Dogs variants that weren't readily available when they were out.
Uh-huh.
So I have a bunch of those.
Are you gonna also have some original art that you have?
All the original Stray Dogs covers. I think some of them are still available on Felix Comic Art's website. That's what happened to all the covers. The original run of covers are gone, long gone. But all the Dog Days covers that Tony and I did, I think they all went to Felix. They were on his website. I know we sold a few of them. Like most of the really intricate ones sold. Pan's Labyrinth, that was a good one. I wanted that for my own house. Even I couldn't afford it. It's a shame when you can't even afford it yourself. I'm like,
afford your own work. Oh.
So,
You
so
know,
I have
what
a
are you
question
gonna
for you then, Trish? Like those covers that you draw, you just draw them and you hand them over to the company and you never see them again?
I mean, most of my work's digital, except for the most recent of Darkwing covers because I got myself a new printer set up. So now I can print them out and, line
Yay.
traditionally. So now I can do it that way. I can still sketch the way I like. Print them, line art the good way, and put them up. I can have original art and digital work.
And you were packed last year, right?
Mhm.
At your table, and I don't think it was like ever ended that line.
I think
So
a lot of
to-
people like got me last year, so they're gonna come get Tony this time. But I hope to have more time to draw stuff because I didn't have a lot of time to draw last time.
I'm
The
sure you're
Scream-
gonna have that line.
The Scream variant for number
Yes.
1 original art is still on Felix.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Yep, the original
that
art
one.
for that is available for sale on Felix.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of that original
Wow.
art is. I think a lot of that original art is still up there on Felix's site. The ones that sold, I think, were like the really, all the original. Like I said, the original Stray Dogs run, long gone. But some of the like really cool variants that Tony and I did, they still have them up there on that site. And Tony and I did a lot of variant covers for Stray Dogs. I mean, not gonna lie,
Yay.
we could fill a whole book with all the variant covers. I'm sure.
I have that book that's
wanna-
filled with all the variant covers in it.
Were the four of you like just so tired of seeing those? Like, oh my gosh, it's another Stray Dogs variant.
No, we love the
Closed
homages.
computer.
Those are
I
different.
bought every single one of them. What are you talking about?
I
Yeah,
have
about the
like,
majority.
He
Yeah.
is the king of
I
trade
think I
dress.
got all of them. I even got that like 1 in 10 third print crow.
Crow?
black. Yeah, the
Yep.
crow. I have that too.
How awesome was the crow though? Because like we
Yeah.
got real intricate with that boy, with the wolf and the eyes kind of like in that design, that whole motif. I actually love a good like you really gotta hit the nail on the head when you do these homages sometimes.
I
And
agree.
I know that Tony has a real good eye for that. I know I'm dragging your show on forever. I'm sorry. I
No.
just love to geek out about shit, and I don't get to do that all the time. So
No, this is great.
This is the
Yeah.
show to
Yeah, we
geek
wanted
out
you
for.
on, and then we didn't want to talk to you. So please.
all right, peace out, y'all.
Oh!
But yeah, I mean, like we got to do so many cool homages just because of the demand that people had for the book. I mean, we weren't gonna, we didn't set out to the original run. We didn't set out to do 1,000 of them like we did for Dog Days. Like we didn't set out. That wasn't our goal. Our goal was to do a cohesive run, right? So we did the 5-issue run. We had the A and B covers. The B's were the horror cover, and then the the second printing, all were red, the red covers. Then when we got into the third, fourth print,
Mhm.
when we started getting further into that, then it was just homages. Homages. Homages.
Yeah, you guys
Like
picked a lot of good
third print
posters,
run,
homage. Yeah.
chef's kiss. The perfect run of homages. Just you got the obscure one, you've got, the well-known ones, you've got, I mean, you just, my shop, Third Eye Comics, they love obscure horror. So like we had demons in the first run of B covers, and then we had what the heck was that one? The audition. And they were really into that. I mean, man. And then we ended up doing a couple for them, like a couple of custom covers because they liked the others, because they liked the ones that we did in the original run. So, I mean, I guess it's all in who wants what, but it was a perfect storm of for that book. I hope we get that lightning in the bottle again.
You guys are still doing Stray Dogs, right? Continuing this ride, right? No, that's it.
No, Stray Dogs is a contained thing.
You guys aren't gonna make a Netflix thing.
But I mean that stuff's still out there, but people who get paid more than me are looking into that. And they're handling that, and that news will come down the pike when it's ready. But we're working on the next thing, which is a cat thing. Let me see if I can find that cover for you. I will show you.
Trish, can you talk about that?
Yeah, I can talk. I can't give you too much, but I can show you the teaser image that we have because I can, and it's
While she's looking for that, anybody who goes and visits her in Baltimore, please be kind, be patient.
Yes.
And she is for sure going to get you what you want. Just make sure you are just be kind and be a decent human being.
Be pleasant.
Because that NYCC thing, we don't want that to happen in Baltimore.
Don't go under the table.
No,
Yeah, don't make people
we're
go under
cool
the table.
here. We're cool in Baltimore. Ah, found it. All right, get ready.
Oh.
Wait, I gotta turn the brightness down. How do I do that here? Oh, I can. Good. No glare. Don't want it to glare.
Oh yeah, that's
Feral.
You see it? It's called Feral.
That's awesome.
By the original Stray Dogs crew. There's some cats.
I love it. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So,
So,
and knowing like
That could look
it has going to have a lot of blood. Is it going to be a lot more gore?
well, like, okay, so Stray Dogs was very cerebral. Like, the more you thought about it, the more effed up it was, right?
Yeah.
To me, just reading the first script for issue 1 of Feral, it's fast-paced action, very scarier to me because serial killer horror is not that scary to me, I guess. I don't know. Like the Stray Dogs was scary when it needed to be. This is scary from the start to me. Like terrifying. So, you know, I think we're really going to push ourselves. We're going to really push ourselves hard to make this more exciting, more like heart pounding to me. Page turns, exciting. And I hope everybody, you know, gets on board, follows us, you know, because we're gonna start this stuff probably coming out next year.
Ooh, next year. So do you have an exact like month kind of in mind?
I don't know yet. I don't think we've gotten that far into the discussions. I know that we're going to start. We're in production now on the 1st issue, so if we can get, you know, I just want to make sure that we can keep up with the pace. You know, considering everybody's doing something different. Tony's got like 7,000 books coming out. Look out for Local Man soon. That's his next thing. I think it's on the cover of previews at some point, but like keep your eyes out for that. With Tim Seeley, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be a good book. And so it's different from this. It's different from what we're doing here. He's got a lot of different projects working at the same time. He's a machine. I don't know how he does it. I'm a different kind of machine. I require coffee to operate.
Pay me in
Loud,
coffee.
clear, and 1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah. Coffee, and I saw K-pop Junkie is in here. I wanted to ask her what group she stands because I listen to K-pop too. Yeah, I thought it was fun.
I saw Lazo's face. What?
She's
Everyone's
like
like-
BTS. Come on.
Well, I mean, I listen to BTS. That's not my favorite group,
They're in the military.
and
She's
they're going
like,
to the military
I'm a
soon.
real K-pop fan. I don't need that
Oh,
mainstream stuff.
BTS, so basic. Just kidding.
Oh, you know what? I'm just watching all these K dramas right now on Netflix.
Extraordinary Attorney Woo.
Oh my
I
god,
have to see that.
that is such an amazing show. I want there to be a season 2.
Me too, but he just went into the military. The lead guy. He just went into the
really?
military. So it'll be
He's got to
18
do his
months before we see
time.
him again. Yeah, he's got to do his time. Yeah.
Oh,
Sad
but
time.
it's such a, and I'm waiting for Alchemy of Souls. That's supposed to be coming out this in I think sometime this at the end of this year. There's so much good stuff on Netflix.
Yeah, they like ever since Squid Game hit big, man, they're bringing all the K drama. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm here for it. I'll read
Right?
subtitles.
I can read. Like, oh.
I gotta pause it though. I gotta figure out what's going on in the scene first. You know, I'm like, I'm the worst. I can't like watch that while I work though because like I'll be trying to read the subtitles and then screwing up my art or not drawing. So I have to like listen to music. That's why I put on like lo-fi or like I'll listen to K-pop. I don't have to understand the words. I just have to have a good beat. So it's all good. But she must have left. K-pop Junkie must have left.
I think so. Well, we can hit her up.
Right.
We can hit her up on
If she's on IG, I'll hit her up.
Yep. She's definitely on IG, and it is K-pop junkie, so you'll
Cool.
definitely find her.
Cool. It was cool hanging out. I'm glad that I got to spend
Thank
this
you
time
so much
with you
for
guys.
joining us.
I made your show run super long.
It's such an honor.
Yeah.
No, but we're 100% okay with that. I mean, this was great to get your insight and also to find out like
Upcoming projects.
Yeah, the things that you're working on.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this this next thing because man, it's gonna really push us all like past, cute animals and in peril, cute animals in peril, and then there's this. I think, so it's gonna be really, really exciting. I don't know how else to explain it. Just after the first issue, it's just nuts.
Sweet.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
This has been a great episode.
It has been.
One for the books. Longest episode ever.
No, we went 3 hours once.
No, yeah, I don't think you beat that. Almost.
I don't ever want to do that again, please, guys. Ever.
But it's a
It was
special
not a
occasion.
good 3 hours either.
Special occasion, right?
So a lot of salty covers out there.
It was a Nancy negative night. Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I'm glad we had a relatively positive evening.
Yeah, we did.
Lots of good experiences. Look for some good covers this week.
Yes.
Or some okay covers.
Yep.
All right.
I don't think I have anything coming out this week, so nothing too fun, nothing too bouncy.
No, but we're looking forward to like your Gargoyles cover, your Darkwing Duck cover.
I still gotta get my hands on one of those stupid 1 in 25 Little Mermaid things.
Oh,
Yes, Dark.
My
have-
LCS didn't get one.
Oh, they sent me a bunch.
What?
Whoa, then we're gonna be hitting you up, Trish.
Or the next one, the Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I need that one too.
That one is Agnes Garbuska, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, if you look, all of the artists that are doing those Disney homages are all My Little Pony artists. Except for one, I think.
The one per store is waiting for me at my LCS. I can't wait.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
I did get that though. How weird is that? I got the one per store, but I couldn't get my hands on the 1 in 25.
I got the one per store, and I was like, I really wanted that 1 in 25.
My shop told me that the 1 in 25 sold out so fast. And I was like,
Yep.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
before I got to my LCS,
and you're welcome.
It was gone. It was already gone.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
both.
like,
Yeah. Mine
You're
didn't even
welcome.
get it.
but I do have some. I'm gonna bring some to Baltimore as well.
Lucky dogs out there.
So I do have some, and I'm keeping some aside too. So,
Yeah.
if you guys want, if you just hit,
Oh
you
yeah.
guys know, hit me up.
We're still live. Let's not.
Yeah.
All right.
The host of this show, hit me up.
I will. I will.
Clarification,
I'll get
asterisk.
for everybody. So,
Yeah, I
we'll
didn't
make
bring enough for the class. I'm sorry.
Sorry, everyone.
I can give
Alright.
you one to give away. You can have one to give away.
Yes.
Oh, we can do that.
Oh my
That'd
gosh.
be great.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Okay. So again, Trish, thank you so much for coming on our show and gracing us with your presence. It was
Yes, thank you.
enlightening, and we had a lot of fun. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I'll come back if you want me to.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
Yes.
We're gonna have to do a mail call with you one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. Find out what Trish picks up on a weekly basis.
Oh Jesus. I just ordered those Disney Mickey the Disney Mickey Mouse
Oh, the covers, the What If 1000
Yes.
covers. Yeah.
Yeah, I just ordered those from my local shop because I've got to have every single one of them. I don't care.
Of
you know.
course.
So you got the colors and the black and whites.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
The sketched ones look good too. Yes.
Yep.
I wish that I could have gotten the D23 sketched ones.
Oh,
But I think only the first 25 people in line got those or something like
Yes.
that for the haul. So they're basically ghosts. They don't exist.
Yeah.
But and I saw one on eBay, literally one, and it was going for obscene money. But I paid an obscene amount of money for the two that I got. So I'm like,
it's like I'm good.
I have the original color one from.
from 19.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So does Alonzo.
I saw a 9.4, or I saw either a 9.4 or a 9.6 on eBay, but they wanted like $400 for it, and I was like, I just paid $400 for these two covers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit much.
It's a
Yeah.
bit.
It was, but I was like, treat myself. I've been working hard.
That's
So,
true. And
yeah.
it's Disney, so it doesn't
Right.
hurt.
Yeah, it's like right up my alley. Like Disney and Spider-Man and you know,
Yes.
just give it all to me.
Trish, do you ever come out to the West Coast?
No, I literally came out for San Diego. That was my first time to the West Coast. San Diego this past year.
Okay.
I'd never been to California before. I was
Really?
like, yeah, and then San Diego, the weather was so beautiful. I'm like, I can live here. I could live here. But it would be too
Ask Big
expensive.
Rob. He loves it in San Diego.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, why not?
Weather's always nice.
I
for the
only
most
found
part.
one good coffee spot though. Like, and it was like a little tiny wagon on the side of the road.
Really?
I don't like going to Starbucks, so like, you know, I'm not that basic when
I
it comes
agree
to
there,
coffee.
Okay.
You're a connoisseur. That's why.
I
I
mean,
don't really like their coffee anyway, regardless of
Yeah.
all the other reasons not to go there.
true. I mean, the lines there are always so long. I
Yeah,
don't have that time.
Unnecessarily. And I don't need to spend $9 on my coffee for no reason.
Well, I do need to try and make more trips out to the West Coast because, I mean, there's more to see in California than just San Diego. So
Yes.
I mean, there is a place called, like, I don't know, Disneyland.
I have friends who work at Disneyland. I could get in there.
I prefer
It'll be a-
Disneyland over Disney World.
Disney
Yes.
World. I'm going to Disney World in December. I'm taking a week off of both of my jobs, so you know,
Good for you.
it's gonna be like good.
I love Disney
decompressing
World, don't
time.
get me wrong, but if I have my preference, Disneyland trumps it.
Well, at least Disneyland, you know, everything's kind of like right there. Disney World, everything's like
Huge.
36 miles apart.
Yeah, that's true.
5 different parks.
Yeah. Although I'm gonna put some miles on my shoes. That's all. Good hanging out with you guys. You know, we'll do this again. You know, next time.
Thank you.
Next time I have anything big coming up, or you know, whatever, or if you guys just want to have me back, it's fine.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll
This is
definitely.
how I weaseled my way into comic book women. That's how and they asked me to come on, and then I just, you know, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna come on your show. on
You just
Tuesday.
never logged off. You just wait for the next.
I just wait for them to go live again. I'm like, I'm back.
Oh,
Yeah.
they all
I like
love
going.
you
I
there.
like hanging out with like chill people who like to let me talk. Like I talk too much.
That's why I'm on the show.
You guys know a lot about, you know, covers. I don't know all the artists. I only started collecting books, you know, when my book came out. Like I've been I have some, like, you know, of the stuff that people are specking on now, like when Jane Foster Thor came and was super big for like a minute. I had that old #1. I have Spider-Gwen #1 upstairs, you know, a bunch of different stuff, you know, just from that era of time. Like, what was it, 2005, 2000?
Yeah.
Yeah, early
You know.
2000s. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
early 2000 stuff. But
So, Trish, Doreen wants you to come to WonderCon if you can make it out here at Anaheim.
I was gonna say, which one? WonderCon's in California,
It is.
Yes.
It's
It's
in
in
And-
Southern California in Orange County.
right
and
by
I knew there was
Disneyland.
yes, right by Disneyland. I would
Yes.
totally visit. Just, you know, just to, and Tony's in Van Nuys now.
Yeah, I think
So,
Tony's in
like-
California, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony's in California. We've got our people all over the place. The Stray Dogs folks are all over. We are national. We're a national team.
We're a national organization.
Yeah, nationwide.
That's
Soon to be
right.
maybe worldwide if somebody gets off the continent.
Nice.
But yeah, we're very collaborative, very good group. You know, we've got a good vision for this next thing, and I really hope that it pans out the way we all expect it to.
I think
I'm
it
sure
will.
it
I'll
will.
be there to buy it on day one. Don't
Yep.
no doubt.
Everybody's gonna be so hype, and then they're gonna like read it. I have nightmares. Like I had when Stray Dogs was coming out. I have nightmares. Like just like, please, everybody, please just don't roast it.
With
just
your
don't
team
roast-
working on it, it can't possibly be bad. It's
Oh,
not-
I know. I don't know how Tony does it. He literally doesn't sleep. He must be a robot, I think.
Nah,
He must be half a robot or something. He doesn't sleep at all.
He's KEVIN.
All I have to do is like text him randomly.
Anyone who watched She-Hulk knows what I'm talking about.
I haven't gotten all the way through She-Hulk yet. I've got 2 more episodes to go.
Oh, okay. I won't spoil anything. Then.
Won't
Oh
spoil.
man, I'm like, why is everybody hating on She-Hulk?
it's
Beautiful
fun.
show.
I thought it was
I
fun
love
as
it.
hell.
It's a fun
I thought it
show.
was fun.
People
I
like
love
to
it.
hate just to hate.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's the truth. I don't know why folks need to hate on things. Just let people enjoy things.
Yeah,
Drama
seriously.
queens and drama kings.
Yep.
No, I mean,
Right.
you know, I think there was only one thing that I usually hate on, and it's usually live action Disney remakes. That's the only thing I really hate on because those are just obvious cash grabs.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And can't come up with an original idea for like 20, 30 years almost.
Right.
Let's
Exactly.
do Incredibles 1, have it be a really good movie, and then wait 17 years to do, or 14 years to do the second one, and have it be okay. Instead of doing it when they should have done it. I mean, that's my
Come up with another good idea.
yeah.
I don't know,
Or-
with that same team, right?
Yeah,
They're
or
on a roll.
or Cars. You know, the Pixar sequels, man, they killed me. I went on a strike for Pixar, where I didn't watch any Pixar movie until it was an original one.
See, I like the third Cars.
Yeah, I like the third one, but the second one sucked.
Second one.
They should have just called that one Mater.
Yeah.
Mater the movie.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
you're right.
come on.
Yeah, it was
You know,
terrible. It was
Let's
terrible.
talk about Disney stuff. Don't get me on a wagon.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Anyway.
Skip my slide. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
All right.
Cover
Again,
fire.
thank you, Trish. Thank you for the live chat. We really appreciate you guys. Mr. Morello, old Mike, can you please take us out?
I sure can. If you want to do it right, buy what you like. Cover horse for life.
Thank you.